Welcome in, everybody. Here we go. Maka'la, a new song for you. Colby has done us a favor. The new album is out. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Shockwave, I've got a surprise for you. Colby's done you a favor.
Oh, really?
Hey, Shonik. Hey, they never. Natsa. Moose is here. Moose, we got a surprise for you as well. August Valkyrie. Sandra's here. Broken Wolf. Peace and Assimilation. How you guys doing? Ole, ole. Sing it, Colby. I love it. This is a new version.
Sing it, man.
I'm singing your song today, Taco. I'm feeling it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Keep it down. Let's go.
Wait, is this Colby?
Here we go.
Colby singing it?
Welcome, everybody. Let's keep going. Stop talking on the stage. I can hear you in the chat. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Omega Prime. E is here. Knack. Tech One, you're here. From the water to the tower. Dark Clown, how you doing, buddy? Moose has been giving a shout out. What a moment. GW292. Mick Kelly. WCW. Here we go. Galileo Figaro. Joe Work, how you doing? I love you, Joe Work. Nice to see you here. Come on in, people. What else are you doing on a Sunday at this time? And don't say you're eating tacos. Ole. Gunner League. LOD, you're here. Wicked. MJ Hat. Yeah. Is here. Dark Clown, ole, mataco. That siesta mexicana, huh? Kevin, I don't support that. I support you. Wow, Hype Train just be kicked up. Thanks to an unbelievable Prime subscription by Snoody Dude, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. John Drell says Tacos won. It's coming, Maka'la. Tavi Mosa, how you doing? It's not the only new song, Maka'la. We're on a level 1 hype train. Yes, we are. Level 1 hype train. It's going to be quite exciting. 2 more subs to get to the next level. Kevin's love you. Well, you can't ban me for my own show, Kevin. I can't do it. Ole! Panda Pirate, I'm glad you're here because good timing. Guess what happens, Panda? This happens. Colby delivered what you wished you wanted. Thanks, Colt. I want you to sing, Panda. Thanks, Anonymous with 5 gifted. His pixel can. Broken Wolf is going crazy. But Sniper defeated him when no one can. They'll be on Spotify tomorrow, Panda. We all love Colby. Well, I love Colby. Everyone else can have platonic love with Colby. 4 minutes, 4 subs. Let's get your friends in. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the next song? It's iconic, it's insane, and it's gonna shock you as well after this one. It's a brand new one that you've never heard ever. And we'd like to thank Shockwave Prime for making one comment that led to all this chaos. Thanks, Ostis Valkyrie. Shockwave will know what it is. One comment changed everything.
Okay. I think I know what it was.
Here we go. Are you ready for a Shockwave? We're getting close to the end of this one. Yeah. You're right, KJ. Jolan, true to you as well, Green Tea. I'll be back, you're here. Advert has begun. 3 minutes on the hype train. And thank you, Dr. Iron Chef, for going captain to captain as well, because here we go, Shockwave. Are you ready?
He has no touch. He has no power.
Hey, Alice Romulant, I want you to sing this song with me. Hey, Professor Watt from very hot Switzerland, very hot London as well. Sing it.
No premium dust or packs to buy. He never walked, he never run. He's a winner.
Hey, Retro Fury, Murphy.
Has the moves, he know the streets. Break the rules, he take the heat. He's nobody's fool, he's Shockwave Prime. You're the best when the going gets rough. You've been put to the test, but it's never enough.
This is awesome. 1 minute 45 of the hype train.
He has no power.
He has no power at all.
When all hell's breaking loose, Shockwave be riding beyond the storm.
Thank you, Colby. Sing it louder.
He's got the heart. He's got the motion. He knows everything gets the touch. Shockwave now got the touch. He's got the
She's not on Twitch. She's only with me, E11EE, only on my platform.
power.
We're getting used to it. Come on, people.
Now got the touch.
Agreed, Gunner Leak. I'm sweating right there.
Shockwave now got the touch.
He hasn't got no touch. He knows no touch. Welcome in, everybody. Sniper's here. Shrug your shoulders. We're about to begin. Hey, Colby, hum for me. 45 seconds, 4 subs. Come on, get there, people. And I put a discount up as well. 35% off. Come on in, people. 20 seconds, 4 subs. We will do Retro Fury. We're planning one. Oh, Luna, you got us there. Thank you. Shockwave. 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 Sniper. MJ hat. Come on, Matako. There is a Moose song. There's a new one. Oh my God! Mufasa's in the house as well. Mufasa loves dancey music. He holds Edwina like this and goes, Edwina, I love you. Edwina, Mufasa, yeah. Come on in, people. How fun is this? I'll be back with 5 gifted. Send us a like time. We're on 100 viewers. Are you ready to begin? This is motivation. This is fun. Mufasa, I refuse to comment. When a man loves a toy horse. Yes, exactly. Yes, Valkyrie, I love that. Hum it one more time for me. Please, Colby. Okay, we've got enough people. We'll begin. Level 5 hype train. Thanks to all the people that have subscribed and helped me out on this. It means the world. Let's go. Come on, Colbs. One more. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, from Chicago himself, let's sing it. Rise up, put your fingers up in the air for the OTC of the sheets. The one leader of everything that ever happens in the whole of Star Trek Fleet Command. Your fingers are up in the air for the one and only.
That scientist with a gleam in his eye, Jules Verne unraveling the why. Starships soaring through cosmic dread. Unofficial briefings where the fleet has fled.
Yes, Jules Verne, we love you.
Official briefings where the answers burn. From the mad scientist, Jules Verne.
Yes, Jules.
Navigate the stars where legends
We love him. We adore him.
cosmic universe every day.
We love you, Jules Verne. You're our hero. You're our leader. What a way to kick off Sunday. Hey, Maca Red Lobster. And now let's begin the show. Let's go! Kick off my song. Wait a minute, that's not my song. What the hell is this? What the hell? Colby! What are you doing? Cottontails made it in. Thanks, Big Booty Banga, with the 5 gifted. Here we go, we're about to begin.
Speed ahead, we're here to play, exploring galaxies every day.
Yeah.
We are hosting the cosmic stream briefings. It's the ultimate gleam. I'll take an
FC ride.
highway to the sky.
Let's go, Retro Fury. Dance, X-Force.
Road is hard to find.
We are an alternate universe. We're about to begin.
I gotta
Keep on rolling.
keep on rolling.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep on
And that comment, Shockwave Prime, led to all this being changed.
Briefings. Briefings.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Briefings, the unofficial podcast.
Tune in for tips and tricks galore, news updates and so much more. Exciting guests and interviews too.
Briefings.
Just for you.
3 minutes left in the hype train, and let's begin the show. What we're going to talk about, here we go. Gave people enough time to come in. And today, we'll be speaking about the wonderful Alliance tournaments coming out tomorrow. What's going to be coming in with the Artful and Maka'la Crucible, and some major changes coming in. Thanks, Irish Jack, with 25 gifted. That's unreal. Level 8 hype train. Oh my god. I told you you'd go captain to captain, Iron Chef.
Like thunder.
Thank you for your 100 bits, but I knew you'd go captain to captain. No bravery to go captain to unknown. You went captain to captain, my friend. I saw that. Retro Fury, 200 bits. Thank you so much.
Briefings. Briefings.
Green Clown with also 5 gifted. Wow, people are being generous today. Thank you so much. This is In Your Face, Shockwave. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that. Let's kick off with Colby. Colby, what's the channel trailer
Hi,
again?
friend.
Oh, wait.
Look at me risking my life
it's
eating fruit in
this
America
again.
right now. How are you? You can't answer that.
No, we can't.
Here's my message. Do you still turn my tongue blue like Willy Wonka style?
We talked about this.
What I wanted to say is I started doing this fun thing, streaming on Twitch.
Well, you haven't been here.
Words I never thought I'd say.
Yeah.
Me and Nigelrovers hanging out over on his Twitch
So your name is first name?
platform? Is that what you call it? And we laugh and I sing and then we have a little convo before the game starts and then I ask him every single time, what is this game and how does it work? But it's really fun. It's called, what's it called? Briefings. Briefings on Twitch.
Correct.
The link is Nigelrovers on Twitch.
Thanks for
Come hang
advertising.
out. He goes live every Thursday, every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Well, we might have to change it.
UK time.
I mean, you can't put those times.
Come hang out. It's so fun. It's so silly. Oh, yes. And subscribe.
See you there. See you there. And we're here. Let's go. Welcome everyone to Briefings. Welcome in on Sunday, the 9th of August. We got loads to talk about. Bless her, Colby has got vocal burnout. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, but let's wish her all the health impossible. She's got to be out for a couple of weeks while she sorts that out. So hopefully she'll be nice and recovering and we'll be there. But she is recording a message to send to you guys all, which is absolutely lovely. So let's wish her all the best of luck in her recovery process. We've got 1 minute, 13 seconds left on the hype train with 11 subs to go. Yeah, I hope she gets well soon. She said 2 weeks where she's got that there. Which would be that KJ says you got to stop getting her to record STFC songs for you. It's a waste of her voice. How dare you? These are briefing songs, and in only one song where STFC was mentioned. The Broken Wolf is going crazy. He's basically just completely shouting out to everybody in the history of mankind, including their sisters, their brothers, and their friends as well. Thanks, Broken Wolf, for all the help you do. 40 seconds left, 11 subs. So today we've got a lot to speak about, because I feel like Arkfall's getting closer, right? I haven't got my maths right, but I felt like there was a week's break somewhere with the territory capture, which is throwing me off. So I'm not sure if it will be Thursday or the Thursday after. So that'll be something for us to sort of figure out. And giving shout out to everyone. Oh my God, even CDB2. Those guys are in Dublin. They have no qualms about me being here. 10 seconds left. Thank you very much for all your generosity. We managed to get to a level 9. Thank you so much. Week from Thursday is Arkfall. Oh, okay. So not the 13th, the 20th. Does that sound about right? Yeah, I thought Datros didn't say no more weeks off, but because the territory capture had like that weird week, and I'm pretty sure even if I ask MJ Hat, he can't confirm or deny it either, whether it's this Thursday or not. I'm sure he's got to wait for an announcement. So we could ask the question, but I'm pretty sure that we can't. It's supposed to be every 28 days, but they did a 20-day battle pass at this time. Oh yeah, they did, Shockwave. They did a 20-day battle pass. So that...
Yes, they did, which is why I was wondering, because they said they weren't going to do the officer battle pass anymore. So we're going to have a week with no battle pass.
Well,
seemingly.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe they're doing... Because what doesn't make sense to me is that Alliance Tournament is tomorrow for 5 days. Thank God it's on a Monday. And then... you'd think there'd be an incursion somewhere around here somewhere, or next week. Yes, MJ Hat, go ahead. You can have the floor.
Didn't we get a command pass or something
Yeah.
last arc toward the end? So I mean I think the flash pass is dead, but they are slash renamed,
The
and
command
they
pass.
may or may not bring that back. I don't know for sure myself. So
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. I can't specify whether or not it'll be this week or next week, but judging off the battle pass, right? Just like it's being said in chat, 20 days plus a week. That you know what I mean? So
But
it sounds
also,
right.
I'm half guessing with nobody, the head of anything is back at home, in their offices for at least this week. I mean, I'm not going to say the words because it'd be ridiculous to release an arc full when nobody from the heads of whatever is in their office. So yeah, it'll probably be a battle pass there. Thank you, Moon Knight, for that one. That makes sense. Command pass or flashback or outpost pass, and then exactly that'll be the most important thing as well. So no, I appreciate you guys for saying that. We'll see how that works. I'm pretty sure, Shockwave, that I was a bit like surprised. I'm like, maybe it's more towards because it was a 20-dayer, and that'll be the thing that's very, very important to sort of figure out. But we have a lot to talk about, right? So we've had the Maka'la Crucible for the week. We've had this announcement where they changed the Voyage across the void. I don't know, as far as I'm aware, when I looked at it, it feels like there's an SMS every day, right? So I'm not losing my mind. So there's an SMS every day, so you can complete it at least every day. So that's a good thing. What did they change? I'm not really sure, to be honest, as I looked at it. You know, on Monday, you've got Across the Void Vita events into the unknown, which is fine. Did they move a few around, which I think is really, really great?
It
Hostiles.
looks like what they changed, Nigel,
Yes.
was they took hostiles out of the SLB
Yeah.
and not the SMS. The SMS looks like it's fine, but it looks like, at least according to what I'm reading, they took hostiles out of the SLB.
Yeah. So you're just going to have to spend the ones that you've got to do. Boo, 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 to Voyage avoid hostile scoring. Yeah, thank you very much, Moosey. They changed the hostile score. They made it FKR only. Is that right? Let me look at the announcement. Let's have a look at it together, team, because it seems like we're not 100% sure on this thing. If you look at it on screen, here's the announcement. It's there. Voyage Across the Void. Updates, we got Monday, whatever. We don't do reading here. Tuesday is the perimeter breach. Yeah, clear solo. Defeat invading entities. I can see that one has hostile grinding. That one has or hostiles. That one has upgrade defense and whatever map platforms. Yeah, and XP. That's fine. Come on, we don't really need hostiles for that one. Substage Surge, solo, but hostiles. FKR, it's FKR only. Yeah, you're right. So, in move days, the domination event that used to be on the same day as the Ferengi and the Syndicate's gone as well. I see, Corocus Maximus. That's very good to see. But the hostiles is FKRs. You're right, Jim P.I. I think that's absolutely right. So it's not in sync anymore. Yeah, well, we don't know because the Ferengi and Syndicate Pass is now ending. So whatever's happening this... And Dominus Prime subscribed to Tier 2. Thank you so much, and Dominus, lovely to have you here, my friend. So that means that's the update that's been happening with Voyage Across the Void. And that happens from tomorrow. So the one thing I want to make sure, which is the one they used to give us... because those, oh my God, the class honors for the building. What was that one? Sniper? Do you know the answer to that one?
Class honors.
Remember the class honors one? We used to do it on a Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what that one was. Offhand.
I don't know if they changed the rewards from it.
It was the generic one where you spend Maverick credits and... Oh, God.
Oh, you mean the one that was part of the Interstellar Dominance?
Yeah,
event?
Interstellar Dominance.
Yeah, we did get one from that, but there was another standalone event that gave class honors.
Yeah, there's class honors. But the good news is that because they changed the scoring Alliance tournaments, I just want to make sure that we're not caught out here, which is insane. and the SLB for ATAs, P1 ATAs, which is quite interesting. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. We'll see what the rewards are.
So Nigel, this one thing I'll say
Yeah.
here, I think this is, again, one thing we could provide some feedback in terms of communication, right? Like,
Yes.
obviously, this is a big multi-day event and a lot going on here, and we don't easily see the whole event the whole week to be able to see and remember what all these things did, right? So I think it is incumbent in a situation like this, like, don't bury the lead, right? When you're communicating, don't be like, oh, here, we're going to tell you all the things that the new mechanic is going to look like. Obviously, people want to know what's changed, right? That's the number one thing people want to know. That's what we're asking, right? And so the fact that they just didn't list hostiles in the SLB, like, you have to be pretty keen to notice that, right?
Yeah.
That's not how communication should be. We shouldn't have to hunt and discover and dig. It should be it should be called out. Hey, this is what changed, and here's the complete list after I tell you exactly what you care about, which is what has changed since the last time it ran, right?
Yeah.
If you ask, 9 people out of 10 what they want to know when there's a change in an event structure, they want to know what changed, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what people want to know. I don't need a list of everything that scores and doesn't score. It's like, point out, make it simple for me. I don't have 100 times to read a blog and compare and look at the last time and figure it out. Like, just make it simple for me. One little paragraph. Hey, we want people to spend their resources in the SLB, so we don't want hostiles to count, because then people could just grind to win the SLB. We don't want that, so we took out hostiles from the SLB, but we left in the SMS so that you can complete the SMS and everyone can get credit for the SMS. Like, that one paragraph solves the whole problem. Then you could say, hey, TLDR, if you want the whole event list, here it is below.
Yeah, here it is, Bill. You're right. I feel like I've got to be an investigative reporter to try and figure out what goes on in these blogs. I go, you read it, and now there's asterisks everywhere, which is great, because they said now at least they tell you they've changed something in the blog, which is better than what it used to be. But before you used to have like a cross or whatever, but now they've added stuff. Okay, fair enough. But I've got to go through it and have to figure out what's happening. And go, okay, so the events are what now? And also, I don't see the rewards, so that I think could be different, isn't it? Because they seem to be saying that some changes to Voyage Across the Void event scoring starting on the 10th of August. These changes are intended to focus on gameplay around key activities, reinforce the core scoring mechanic, creating more intentional. I don't see any change of rewards. Or am I not being Inspector Cluedo and I need to figure out a little bit more of... I mean, who knows?
Well, this is my point, though, right? It's always like the dog's not bark. It's like, it's not only what they're saying, but what they're not saying, right? That you always got to be careful about. And communication, like, that's not the best way to communicate, right? The whole point of communicating is you want to tell your players. Like, I get some people are not going to be happy about different things, and sometimes they have to deliver hard messages that, are, quote unquote, best for the game, whatever, even if players are not going to like those things that happen. But they need to learn how to just be straightforward about these things, right? Just tell us what is going on, right? Don't bury it. Don't have it, be, just mysteriously missing from the blog. Just come out and tell us the bad news. Rip the Band-Aid off. Tell us, hey, we've decided to make this change. Sorry if you don't like it, but we think it's the best thing for the game long term. Like that's okay.
I like the change. I like the change. I think taking hostiles out of it. I know. So
yeah,
I never want to say anything without giving a little bit of context, but I'd see an increasing amount of reports of people botting and using grinding bots, and of course, they're focusing on things other than, they're focusing on fixing the game supposedly right now. So I realize banning people for third-party software isn't probably their top priority right now, but I'm glad, because you take those out of the equation and it focuses on the spirit of the competition, because there's one of the days where like you're doing an armada for 200 points and hostiles are like 50 points. So every 4 hostiles, you equal one of the main parts of scoring, if you set a grinder out all night, you can really rack up the points doing it. So I really like the change.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of people are saying the same thing. By the way, Floyd, thank you very much for the 55 stream streak. Warzone with a 20. Taran away with 25. Salatorian with an absolute monster as well. Thank you so much, Susie Q22 and Sammy Stitch, all for your streaking McShiz, Susie Q. Loads of people doing that. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I just feel like I think Sniper is getting, okay, you're now communicating with us a bit more. Now we need, like, just get to the point in the first paragraph. Let us read it, and then we'll see that. Sir Dan said changing, they haven't said anything about rewards yet. Floyd DeBino subscribed for tier 1 for 5 months. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Nigelhausen. Don't leave it to be misinterpreted, Skeletor says. And botting is a real issue, Jim P.I. says. So that's something that they're trying to figure out. Floyd DeVino's checking my spelling. They pulled the hostiles from SLB, so it resolves that botting issue in a very important way. Mufasa, I feel like you've got some thoughts on this as well, buddy. Go ahead.
All right. So when Voyage Across the Void first came out, and I looked at, the scoring metrics and things like that.
Yeah.
You can ask anybody in my community. I was 100% against any hostile being a point grab for SLBs because I myself, I could top every SLB simply by sending out all 7 of my ships.
Yes.
And auto grinding every night.
Okay.
Now, obviously, I hit, hostile cap every day by doing that early on in the day.
Yes.
But it'll allow me to maximize the points on that board.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody's going to do that. I understand that.
Yeah.
But having that as a metric on the SLBs is very bad in the long run because you're removing the competitiveness of it, like, Shockwave was saying and everything about, you're not doing the main task, right? The Armada, the waves, the things like that, which is what they want you to do, which is what you should be doing to get points on that SLB. Now, on the other hand, do I believe they should have changed the SMS to remove all hostiles? I don't necessarily agree with that. Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason I don't is because, one, we've gotten accustomed to all hostiles being available on the SMS, which gave players a choice to do what hostiles they wanted while they're performing the regular tasks in the game.
True.
And that itself should have been left alone, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Because when you're G3, G4 hitting FKRs, that's a normal part of your day.
Yes.
Right? You're doing it for your ascension tree, things like that. Once you start getting to G5, and late G4, or even early G4, you're doing freebooters most of the time.
Yeah.
Right? So you're not even touching FKR. As you get to G6 and G7, G7, you start hitting FKRs more often now. But with G6, the only time you have to do it is for your daily goals for your hazard space.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even do those, or they hit up enough to where you don't have to hit enough to actually complete that SMS. So limiting you to that one hostile definitely feels bad for the SMS standpoint. But for the SLB standpoint, I think it's a huge win altogether for all players that participate on those SLBs, because now it's only doing that task that's going to matter. Yeah,
true. But also, some people are rightly saying, having FKRs doesn't really stop botting, does it? So, hey, Shelby, how you doing? Doesn't stop botting at all. So that's interesting, sort of.
Yeah, and that doesn't. All in all, is it a fight against bots? I really don't think so, because honestly, the auto grind aspect, is going to get you more kills.
Yeah.
Over botting, especially if someone's botting with multiple ships, things like that. Bots take time to actually activate and do things. So your auto grind actually scores faster in the long run.
Yes.
Now, does that, still say, hey, it's the combat botting? Like I said, I don't think it really is.
Yes.
I just think it's making the SLBs more fair.
Yeah,
right?
True.
Because I can buy more space docks, right? Like I have 7 right now. Most people at my level either have 5 or 6. So I paid to get that 7th slot, and so I can inevitably score higher just from the auto grinding period, and not even worry about doing any of the tasks.
Yeah, and you're right as well. I don't think it's majorly against that. It's also to make it fair so that people are going with the FKRs. And you do have to kill FKRs every day anyway, because you've got to do it for your dailies. So even if you're at that level, that is something that's been mentioned in there. So I'm absolutely with you on that. I think the changes have come at an interesting time. And I think someone's got an opinion as well. Retro Fury, you're on the stage. What would you like to say about this, Retro?
I guess for me, changing it from hostiles to FKRs is a little bit of an annoyance because it has to do with reputation grinding. And when you can kill any hostiles, you could, do mirror, and I'm in the 60s, so it would keep me at the triple lock with all the factions. But if I have to do FKR, then I always have to check and see, okay, how close are each faction, and then okay, so I'm lower in this one, so I have to do this one instead so that I don't get too out of line. I know things will change to the 70s, but maybe FKRs in the 70s might not be what I want to do either. I have some time to go before I get there. But as being someone in the 60s, I don't want to push any of my hostiles too far, FKRs too far above each other.
Yeah, you're very good point. And Jim P.I. also says a very good thing as well. He says hostiles are the secondary mechanic. I think they are trying to get more people to do the primary scoring metric, not saying, it will work, but I wonder if that's the reason in quotation marks. I think there's loads of things. And the thing is, McShiz brings up a good point. It's like nothing's going to stop like those hostile auto grinding is versus botting. And if people want to auto grind FKRs, that's their choice. I mean, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to, change any metrics around or whatever to try and score it. But that would be the important thing to sort of bring up and do. And I think that's valuable as well. But the issue is now it requires people to hit specific hostiles of just knocking the SMS out while doing what they're doing, while hitting anything. Which brings up to the point where there are a lot of events now, aren't they? There's a lot in the game to do. Like even when I look at today, to today alone, like I look at my game. Let's go to my game, right? I'm looking at my game today alone, and straight away I'm looking at it going, okay. So go in here, I've got the Unity, got the Federation Day, I've got the Anomalous Enemies, I've got the Recruit, I've got the Duo Waves, I've got the IDIQ events that I've still got to do, I've got Voyage Across the Void, I've got the Aphelion RLB, which is still running, I've still got the Outpost event, I've got the, Aphelion Engineering. It's endless, right? It's endless thing after endless thing after endless thing. Surge as well, Anomalous Phenomenon, and then you've got your daily login. There's quite a lot to do, and I think that's something they need to be wary of. I think fatigue can be real because we are completionist. We are in an army of completionist type people, and I think it is very hard to tell us to not do something, if you get what I mean, because we're all like, oh no, I have to do it, and you're like, well, you don't have to. Well, technically, you don't have to do it, but you know what I mean? Like, I know the feeling. I'm like, no. I need to do it because I want to finish my events for the day. That's just how we are. And it's very hard to change that mentality. I know about 4 or 5 months back, I told everybody, what does completion mean to you? Completing the dailies is completion means to me. But there are people who need to complete quite a lot of things, and their Omega Prime says, like, it's just constantly hitting hostiles, and doing that. Feed me more events, Draven says. It's too much, Luna says. So to Time says exactly. And I think Misha says, it's also a valid viewpoint, but I don't even know what the events were to begin with if they got auto-completed just by hitting anything while at the dailies and so on. The FOMO of losing rewards on the Calamity as well. Yeah, it's the FOMO of losing rewards. You look at them and go, that's amazing. But try and synergize. Don't let them change it. Now that Alliance tournament begins on a Monday, which is great because we'll have some staff, Shockwave, right? We'll have actually people here to help us with the event, you'd hope?
Supposedly.
Yeah, okay, great.
Yeah, you'd hope.
Yeah, you'd hope. So, and that's the key to sort of hopefully marrying a lot of these things. Now, remember, guys, in the game, do not spend your Maka'la Crucible tokens yet. Save them because Alliance tournaments will be a heroic way for you to complete a lot of these. To be honest with you, the 220k tasks are completable, which is the class honors. And if you had the Athena parts are so easy to do anyway that you'd think you can, try and claim that Amazing. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Retro Fury. I thought I'd get that. Alison Rumian, right? Ups 32. 32? 33. I can't remember. 32. The fatigue is real for sure. Then I take a couple of days off and realize now I've lost my bulk collect and lose both ways. Exactly. You don't want people to just go, oh my God, I've got to log in. Let me take a couple of days off because this is why it's too much. And Jim P.I. says the feeling is why Maka'la's Crucible hurts so much. You can't finish the meta in G7 without serious sacrifices elsewhere. Yeah, true, Jim P.I. I mean, I finished the top line, right? And I focused on finishing the top line. And as well, people, don't forget to have your ticketed events for your tournaments as well, because the ticketed events, and what Mufasa's talking about here is, let me show you, because we have a ticketed event today, right? Let me show you this ticketed event that we have today. So these is what Mufasa's talking about. You save your tickets for these ticketed events here, because from those events, you can claim that many sort of RS of your crystals, so that saves you a bit of time. You know, I mean, and so on and so forth. Save your ticketed events for that time. I forgot to join these today, so I will. Same thing with your ore. So you've got 95 there. So there's a chance for you to knock off some of those material spend events quite easily. Mufasa, that's right, which is the main aspect of these ticket events, which I think would be great. So save these for next week if you're free to play, or if you've got millions of those, and that is the ones doing that. Skeletor says he stupidly ended up doing the lat part. Well, it's not stupid, Skeletor. Let me show you what I did, right? It took me a while. I did the materials because I was chasing the material spend event this weekend. That was my big one. And all of these sort of FKR hunt was easy. I did that normally. Contributions easy. Group Armadas, I did it during Lube stream, which I was very lucky about. Solo waves, there's a friend of mine that just came in and did a duo wave for me for 2, just to give me enough to get across that one. Completed my solo armadas, which are easy. Academy drones is super easy. Read your hostile super easy. Just doing them every day, and then that's material spend. The Latinum spend, I've got no chance. Like, I mean, 1 level, but it's more than plenty. But look at that. Look what I'm on. For 1,490 to 1,490. So who thinks I'm even going to attempt to score another level? Not me. I'm just like, done it now. But that's the key. On the dot, exactly. I went on the dot. Thank you very much. And that's exactly what I went to. A rare look inside a true massive. Oh, thanks. Well, you know, she never complained, D-Camel, but okay, thanks for calling it that. That's quite interesting. Well, this is a professional stream, D-Camel. Thank you very much. Maka'la has 2 days left, though. I know, but why do I need to score more? Like, do I need any more for those sort of boxes that I want to claim? No, I'm okay. I'm quite happy that I can do my Lions Tournament tasks. Right, and that's why you save them for. Why do you save them? Let me show you again. Because these results will give you the chance to do... The Maverick task is probably the not doable one, right? I think people will probably agree with me on this one. Because even if you had 3 billion of these, you still can't do them. Like, I've got 70k, and that's probably not doable. And, however... where is it? Here it is. This is the doable one. The class honors, you can just claim these. If you do 1 claim in your refinery, you do a couple of these a day, you'll smash that one and just keep aiming for that one. Class honors all the time, because it's lower now. It's only 211, which means you only need to pull this 4 times every time, or you know, do it from your refinery, as everyone knows, which is the refinery here, which you go to your academy there, and then you can claim it straight away, and you can do it, you know, to your class honors. See? And this is where you get the other one, because basically it's much lower now. This means that it's very doable for everybody. Didn't you save the Maverick tasks? I did save the Maverick tasks, Murphy, but I can only do it once, so that's 120k. I'm asking people if you want to do a repeat one. These are the ones to repeat, which are very important to do so for tomorrow's Alliance tournaments, right? So little tips to that, and thanks Mufasa for the tips with the tickets. Mufasa, I am right. It's only for material spend, right? That's the main aspect.
Yes, that's only for the material spend.
Yes.
Because, like I said, you can have 3 total. You'll have Saturdays, Sundays, and tomorrows that you'll be able to turn in on those days.
Yeah, so I'm saving the reason I didn't press on it was I'm saving mine for Like it's an hour. I've got an hour to do it, basically, right? I've got an hour to hit it at the right time. Do that. Pull the miner off in time to get that result done. KJ, any thoughts here?
I don't have any thoughts about the game, but I sent you a DM. If you would like, for every 2 dogs that we adopt today, we can give away a free dog.
Oh, brilliant. Amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah, guys, I think Bandits...
If you want to put that in Twitch chat, I got to get ready for work, but I will be around when you ping everyone for marbles.
Brilliant. Thank you very much,
calculate
KJ.
how many we have.
Okay, thank you very much for that. So if people do want to go to banditsprintden.com, this is a chance to get a couple of dogs, and he'll give one for free on the stream as well. Hey, Asian boy, that's really important. So Shockwave, what do you think? I think, are you looking forward to Alliance tournament? It is a bit exhausting, but it's back again, which means you can claim more things.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm going to be able to get Gilded Shackle up to 4 or 5 this go around. So I am looking forward to it. Like I said, they could run it every week for the next 3 weeks, and I'd personally be okay with it. I know I'm not everybody, and I understand that, but my reasoning is sound. If you have max Emerald Chain in 3 weeks' time, if they did that, you could get a fleet preset. So, and I think that there's a lot of people out there that would benefit from that. So, there's some great benefits. Also, if you have max Emerald Chain, I think this week you can get 1,800% shield health, which is pretty solid. So there's some great rewards coming up in the next 3 to 4 weeks, or in the next 3 to 4 runs of tournaments for the next 3 or 4 levels of Emerald Chain. So personally, like I said, they could do it every week for the next 3 weeks, and honestly, it would not bother me at all, because I think a lot of people are chasing that fleet preset. And a lot of people are chasing that Gilded Shackle. So I think that this is a true instance of more is more. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, more is more, but exhaustion is real. I just want to be wary of saying more is more, but exhaustion is real, because I just think that it can get a stage for completionists that will not want to sort of give up on something specifically, to be exhausted by it and then go, oh my God, I've got to do all of this, that, and the other. But, you know, it's important for people to realize that is, you know, it can be too much. But Mufasa's like really happy, and as well as, you know, a Shockwave Prime. They're like, well, I've got loads of stuff, so bring it. I've got a stash enough to keep it going, and I want to claim all my stuff, and that's really important. How does it feel?
I do agree with the exhaustion, though. It can get exhausting to do it all.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. If you have it can you imagine if you had it every single week? You'll be like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. And, Voltron says, are you going for just the unlock of the Gilded Shackle, or what tier for it, for example, is what people are aiming for? Well, I'm just unlocking it. I'm unlocking.
Mine is.
Yeah, I've unlocked mine, Voltron, and I'm like, great, that's ship parts knocked down a bit. I haven't, when I get to my Uncommon 73, I'll look forward to that ship part, do that. Benny Hills Ghost says people will become apathetic towards the event. Yeah, sure. I think that's a very, very good point as well. Jim P.I., you were responding.
4 is what mine will be at. Level 4.
Level 4.
Level 4 is where I'll be, to answer his question.
Yeah, true. And Jim P.I. says, exactly, we didn't want to test a FOMO, but a fun series of events to choose from, mild tweaking and requirements and small improvements to, small improvements to reward score would make that feel really well. Absolutely terrific with that. There's always been an issue with dialed in versus being out and too grindy. Yes, let's see how it works. Voyage of Course the Void is that. Maka'la Crucible, save your tokens because you've got time to spend them. The choice tokens have been extended, so you've got, if you haven't spent those, that's another avenue of doing Alliance tournaments. Will they add anything to Alliance tournaments? Probably not, but they have got a task list that they've put in. I know Quasel has got that list, but he's currently in wonderful Dublin, representing all the EUCCs are there. So hopefully, good luck to them in their meetings and everything that goes well over there, which is fantastic news. And that's really important to sort of figure out. And that's unique that we are getting this many events at the same time. And bear in mind, I still think there's an incursions going. But an important note from the tournament from Mufasa.
Also, the legacy 20K events that we well, the 10K events that moved up to 20K will get you the updated rewards to match the rest of the 20K.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Premium tasks. So make sure that when you actually get there, you can actually do the material tasks and get the full 4,400 of the legendary and the 4,400 of the regular tournament credits plus the rerolls now from the legacy task that moved up.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge with the updates to scoring. Remember, guys, that you can now get legacy, legendary sort of credits as well for all 20K tasks. So it's worth trying to do the class honors one multiple time. Worth working together with your alliance to get it re-rolled as many times as possible. It's become your new Dominion Borg Epic credits one. Remember that? Where we used to all chase that all the time. We'd be like, oh, it's Dominion credits. Brilliant, I can pull those. All Epic credits. Yeah, brilliant, I can pull those. This is now your new one like that. So that becomes the one that it goes for and becomes really, really cool. Angel Grinder says, people want to finish the event, and when they can't, they give up on the game too. True, Angel Grinder. And that's one thing we are trying to make them aware. The problem is there's loads of different types of feedback that goes in, right? There's feedback that goes in that says, hey, guys, we should give people loads of events that are always busy and they never have a problem and they're really struggling and everything's really cool and they need all of that to make that happen, right? And that way players will never complain because they are getting loads and loads and loads and loads of events to do. There's that school of thought. The other school of thought is, guys, you need to be a bit gentle because people are completionists, like Angel Grinder says. And there are people that get frustrated. Oh, I can't finish my events every day. I don't have enough time in the day. I don't have enough time for this game. Because for some strange reason, the obligation feels like it's there. That obligation we're trying to remove from the game. That's why you guys come here with that. And I'll answer Wally's question before we go to Shockwave Prime, which is question Station Sigma research for Power Steel, Titanium, and Dilithium. Can you see in your game the increased protection? Yes. I can definitely see the increased protection from that. I'll show you in a second, Wally. Shockwave Prime, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, has anybody heard, and this is just a question, has anybody heard if they have taken Odo and Dax out of the legendary credit pool? Because that is something that, like we've all been saying for the last three or so runs, that absolutely needs to be done because they have no business being there.
Yeah. I don't think there's major changes on what's in the store, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I think that's because I don't know why this was rushed, but it seems like they wanted it out quickly for whatever reason, and that is. That's the way they sort of went with it, and that was the thing they wanted to do. Makshish says Jadzia has sourcing. Odo needs reasonable sourcing, not the legacy credit pricing, but not just 80s, or knock it down. Buying officers in attorney store, that hurts my soul, Mufasa says. And there's people that don't think it should be. Skeletor says, SDFC is my second job. That instead of getting paid, I pay for. Yeah, exactly, Skeletor. It feels like it, doesn't it? That's really important. Benny Hillsgo says, it depends on the play style of the player. Heavy players versus casual players. And the thing is, guys, we have to try and understand that completing your dailies is your completion for the day. And if you think of it like that, and I'm like, I've got a bit of time, I'm going to go and grab an extra couple of events I've always wanted to do, an extra couple of things that I want to chase for rewards because it's going to help my progression. That's what I should try and aim for. It's very hard to think that way because they want you to do as many events as possible and you guys to aim for. And that is very, very hard to change the mentality for that. Jim P.I. says if they want to iterate and test changes, that's fine. But maybe relegation should be paused doing extra runs. Well, Jim P.I., they didn't call it an extra run. They just said it's running again. And we were all like, oh, it's not a week later. It's 5 days later. And it's on a Monday. And you're like, okay, well, that's a lot of stuff to do. And that'll be amazing. That's what we should be aiming for. And you're like, all right, well, sure. I guess we got to do that, which I think is vital. But what's also really great as well, that I think in this arc that no one has really spoken about, galactic anomalies. The new ones that are coming out in the 11th and 12th of August, which is the 5,000% reputation grind. That one is amazing. And then I think it's the 17th of August, 15th to the 17th, is the 10,000% one. rep grind. It's amazing. Yeah, Moosey says Galactic Anomalies, yuck. Flossie says, I love GAs. Daystros says that he said it. 6,000% today, Flossie, in the game, which is absolutely huge. No, I don't like it, Jagnak. But Jagnak, I think as a G7 player, right, what people are looking forward to, which I think is huge, is the rep grind is massive on these things. And like today's one, it's got reputation gained by 6,000%. Let me show you in game. Look at that. That is phenomenal. I mean, yes, you have to get past the hostiles, have 25 prance each trying to bypass shields, but that 6,000%? Come on, guys. That is insane. What do you think, Shockwave?
I like those anomalies. I did want to talk on anomalies for a moment because I do have a very strong opinion about a certain anomaly in the game right now. The rep ones right now are fantastic.
Yeah.
They promote moderate difficulty with a great reward. 6,000%. That's fantastic. I think we can all agree to that. The one thing that does need to be looked at, there's an anomaly right now, several of them, in the assimilated Borg space where you fight the sphere hostiles.
Yeah.
There's no player benefit. It is all player anti-benefit, right?
Oh, that one.
Every single thing in that anomaly is against the player. And I'm receiving reports of not only people in my alliance, but others, that it is significantly impacting their ability to complete the Borg Sphere Maverick tasks.
Yes.
From week to week. So they need to add some sort of benefit to that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Fair.
The Galactic Anomaly was advertised as giving advantage to players at a disadvantage at a certain other thing.
Yes.
And certain other aspects. There is absolutely no player benefit in those. Those need to be taken down immediately until they are reworked. I'm sorry, there's no ifs, ands, or buts there.
Yeah.
That's because it is going against strictly what they were advertised as. So those need to be reworked and taken down. They don't need to progress to the next level because all they are doing now is hindering people from completing a portion that they advertised that they could complete by having higher levels of the Borg sphere. So you wanted to sell the sphere, you wanted people to do those, and now you're inhibiting people from those at no benefit to the player.
Yeah, okay, absolutely agree. But however, other than that one, the rest of them have been, I mean, the 5-minute one is just whatever. That is fine. And I realize it's not even strong enough to do anything. So... but this is 6,000%. Now, Jay Ignac says, I'm up 70 and I prefer to sort of grind in Mirror Universe. And you should continue grinding in Mirror Universe. When this turns from 6,000% to the one on the 17th, which is 10,000%, I bet your mind changes with regards to that. But then Ramscoop's got a different opinion about it, right? Ram says it's not worth the repairs with all due respect. And then people should use Nigelrovers. And they said, that is important. And it's cool. That one almost max Vengeance 6K Sigma Trit. Yeah, exactly. If you did Nigelrovers, you barely have to spend money on repairs because you can put her down there. Sniper, do you like this Galactic Anomalies? What do you think, buddy? I think I don't know. I feel like they're good. If they're doable.
Yeah, I like them because, there's kind of thing that's there and gone, right? It's not like permanent, so it's not like you remember, with when we had the invasions, the different kind of invasions, the two separate kind of invasions, they kind of took over a system, and you could no longer do your daily grinds or other things that you were going to do in those systems for like the entire length of the event.
Oh
whether
yeah.
That was, 3 days or 5 days, right? Like they just took over entire parts of the map. And, this is a little different because it has like an on and an off time, right? Now, that may or may not be convenient to you. It may not be the system you're looking for, so it has, kind of different aspect for different players, but I do like the slight randomness of it. I mean, we know Scopely's not always been the best with randomness, but I'll just put in that little truth bomb, right?
Yeah.
But this one's not too bad after the few modifications that they made. I mean, I like the fact that they give you extra reputation, but at a risk, right? I like that balance. Like it's okay, you can get a benefit, but you also got to take a risk or something negative to go with it, right? So you get much more rep, but your hostiles are harder to hit, right? Like I think that's a good balance. That's the way a challenge should be done, right?
Yes.
And you know, as the risk gets higher, the reward gets higher. So that's a fair way to do it, I think. So I'm pretty much in favor of the anomalies. I think, you know, they probably need a little tweaking and
Yes,
make it
definitely.
maybe a little more obvious when they're going to be there and for how long. But in general, I'm in favor of it.
Yeah, it just like, and you're right. This is the first iteration of them, so it's good to give them feedback and say, "Hey guys, we prefer more these style of ones and less these styles." And like Shockwave says, don't put them in the bloody Borg sphere area, which means no one can do it unless you have a Borg sphere, and then it's not even worth it. But keep going with this randomness switch. Do you know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see one that maybe, you know, gives you a huge benefit. Like, oh my God, look at all this extra loot you'll get from a really difficult situation. Let's call, I don't know, what's really hard to get loot for, and you get really annoyed every week. Maybe like the Solar G6, right? Armadas. You get loads of extra loot. You can grind them there, but and you get like 5,000% extra loot for that, but they're harder armadas. You'll be like, do you know what? I'll risk it. You know, but then there are people, we're trying to balance the equation here. At 61, LEOLs says, I'm 61 and can't build a G6 ship to be eligible for the rep gain as far as she knows. While in a great comeback by Shelby to the quote earlier saying, I'd rather do the 70s in the mirror universe, Shelby was like, no way. Rep in the galactic anomalies is 10 times what you can get in the mirror universe. So maybe start considering having a go there, and you probably can do well in that. Yeah, exactly, Relentless. I like that area as well. I think that should be looked at. But there's so many areas in the game which if you maybe gained, I don't know, maybe a loot gain, but then you had to defeat them really harder, or maybe ones that gave you a huge drop of loot of something that, you know, instead of you spending hours and hours grinding on it, you have to defeat 2 or 3 and you're suddenly in there. I think things like that, I think, are very, very important, and then will help, you know, sort of take the pressure off that we think we have to finish everything. And also, I think they need to change the scoring slightly in the events, just to make them that if I hit something way higher, that's doable. But they've got to play around, Sniper, with this Vengeance Warp Range. I feel like it's one system too short for me to get to these. I feel like it needs to get to 75s at max. Must.
Oh, you're coming around to my idea?
Sorry, where is this server mute button? Let me find the button. That's a really, really good button to use around here.
Extreme server mute.
Extreme server mute. Not allowed to, exactly say that. But Shelby says, a loot version of GAs and some sort of new hostiles would be amazing. Yeah, exactly. Maybe like a loot game, but then you have to hit them harder. Maybe their shields are stronger or whatever, or it gives them a bonus critical hit or whatever. But as long as
so Nigel, I'll say this. This is where I think I'm hoping Cameron or someone from the team is listening to this or will listen to this.
Yeah.
But this is where they can actually do something good, right? And we, as you know, people previous to all this, like practically every month we get some type of new mechanic. Sometimes it's every 2 months or something, but you know, it's not just a new loop, but it's like a whole new mechanic, a whole new way of things working, right? I think they need to start moving somewhat away from that, right? They can have new loops and new rewards and new things to, you know, to provide us to purchase or grind or whatever, play in the game, but start reusing some of the existing mechanics. There's so many mechanics in the game, right? So take these galactic anomalies, for example.
Yeah.
Like right now, like we talked about, they're doing things with reputation.
Yeah.
They could then, at another time, do things with loot.
Yes.
At another time, they could do things to make it, you know, easier to kill a hostile, but maybe you get less loot. That's the other direction around, right?
Yeah,
like,
maybe. Yeah.
There's tons of different variations you could do that now they can do. Essentially, what the galactic anomalies give you is the ability to temporarily change the reward and difficulty of different aspects of the game, right?
Yes.
And it gives them tons of flexibility on how they can use this. They can use it part of big meta events. They can
Yes.
use it, to tie in with a new ship that came out for a month. Maybe, hey, if you get the ship in the first month, we're going to have galactic anomalies that pop up for 200% loot of the new loop, right? Like, there's tons of ways you can do it and reuse this in different ways instead of
Yeah.
going and creating new mechanics in the game that can
Yeah.
potentially add to the lag and the technical debt
I
and
love it.
the other things, and let them focus on the bugs and whatnot, and just give us different variations of this that focus on different aspects of different gameplay, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think you're right. And Shelby agrees as well. It's a chance for them to look, the economy is struggling with this. Let's just throw a galactic anomaly that does that. That helps everybody.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and those quick reaction things, which they never had the opportunity to do before, they've now tested it. They can put it in places. They can do this. They can do that, which is amazing. And now they can be like, cool. Well, tomorrow we're going to run one that I know you guys have been struggling with the loot gain of this. Here's 5,000% extra loot for everybody. Get everyone to engage in a really huge and iconic way and make it, sort of get there. And I think that flexibility of being able to react to the economy is exactly what this game needed. It's great that they can actually go, I'm sure they can be like, change benefit to blah, 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 add retraction of blah, blah, blah. As long as the coding seems to be working in that simple sense. And that'll be, kind of an idea. But Rucker comes...
And I'll give you one solid example. I'm sorry, Nigel, just real quick before you jump into that. I'll give you one solid example.
Yeah.
Remember when the Academy loop started?
Yes.
And nobody had the building, and so players at the beginning, there were like 61, needed to kill Academy drones to get the parts to get the building, and so they were caught in like almost a catch-21, right?
Yes.
Like they couldn't kill a drone because they didn't have the building that gave the mitigation, and they couldn't get the mitigation because they need to kill the drones to get the parts. So it's like they were caught up in a loop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine galactic anomalies were there, and they could say, "Hey, for launch week, once an hour, we're going to be putting a galactic anomaly that gives you 50,000 critical mitigation to everybody." Right?
Oh, yeah, interesting.
Just in the 61 system, so you can get started with the loop, right? So then all of a sudden, those people at 61 who didn't buy the building, could then, when those galactic anomalies were enabled, go in there, get the critical mitigation that they needed.
Great idea.
To kill a few hostiles, just enough to get the building started. Then the building gives them critical mitigation, and then they don't need those galactic anomalies anymore. So that's a perfect use case for like a temporary situation. Like, we don't want to permanently modify those hostiles to be easier or anything like that. We just want to temporarily modify them while people don't have the things that they need.
Yes.
And then once they got started with the loop, they don't need that anymore.
Yeah, true. And Rucker gives the opposite view before we go to Relentless, is that I'm uneasy with Scopely using galactic anomalies to rebalance prior content. Kind of okay, but what if they give you a little bit more bonus rep grind? It could be, Federation Day could be Federation rep grind day. Klingon Day could be Klingon rep grind day. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could do those little ideas and things. And I think adapting is a big thing, and they never could adapt previously. At least there's an option to react. Like, if there is a big hot thing going on in the community at the moment, and everyone needs this and everyone's struggling, rather than waiting one day for a fix and a hot fix and doing this and whatever, they could just throw, hey guys, we can throw a galactic anomaly while we're fixing this. We're coming up with a solution. And I think it could be a good bridge between that. And I think that is where it'll become useful. I hope they use it in a positive, good way like that, but also they could use it in the other side. I'm just gonna say it because they could. Oh, it's 5,000% sort of critical hit, which I think is really important. Yeah, Relentless, go ahead, my friend.
Hey, so it sounds like we're a lot of people are really enthusiastic about this
Well,
feature
no,
for this option.
60-40, I'd say, enthusiasm.
It's got some potential. I like the quick fix concept of just being able to roll out something while they're working on it. Like I like that idea. Call back to the rep situation, like the bonus that's happening there.
Yes.
So like I'm a grinder. I will go out and snack red things for hours on end.
Yes.
A little bit of my napkin math said that the rep is good.
Yes.
Getting 250, 290, million rep per hostile in G7 is definitely a bonus.
Huge.
But G7 is so slow that even with that bonus, I'm still looking at like 40,000 hostiles, 50 some odd thousand hostiles to get through to the next level. So there's a tilt for me on this where it's like, all right, I want to see where this next one comes where it's 10,000, or I want to see when it's like I like the the numbers get bigger, but as they roll up, the rotation changes, and the way it changes where in one of the last systems, on one of the last ones, that it was rotating like every 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was disappearing from G7 for half an hour at a time.
Yeah.
And by the time it pops back up, just getting to the system takes another minute. And then you've only got 4 minutes, and then it's gone for another half hour, which makes it kind of pointless.
But
like if it's only there for 5 minutes, period, an hour, like it was really only popping up in a system, because at 72 I can only swing either the 70 systems, which aren't really worth it, up to like 73 I can swing up to.
Sure. I'm about to come up with a comeback, but I know the KJ wants to say something. Go ahead.
I just think that you guys are moving dangerously close to this living, breathing, adaptive galaxy type situation, and we know how that worked out last time. I mean, the last time I logged in the game, they still didn't have like the rotating hostiles really figured out yet, and that's like a pre-programmed thing.
Well,
I think that they need to prove to you guys first that they can do things like that, like adaptive and on the fly, and then use these galactic anomalies for those kind of bridge type things. I think it's
true.
weird.
But just to make you aware, KJ, it's working beautifully. Like, it's absolutely, without question, without a single problem, absolutely worked sensation. I'm shocked. Like, every galactic anomaly did exactly what it's supposed to do. And every galactic anomaly moved around, which is sensational, which they found a code that makes it work in that way. The reason I was telling to Relentless as well was that when you grind and it gives you a grinding, let's say it's a 1 hour one, right? So it gives you like a 20-minute, a 15-minute gap and another 20-minute or whatever. I think the reason they do that is to say to you, hey, mate, go and have a break for 10, 15, find the next place it pops up, come to it, continue your grinding. It's almost like they're telling you, take a little break between your grinds so you're not overly exhausted the whole time. Every galactic anomaly, even the 5-minute one, annoyingly, was doing exactly what it's supposed to do, which is the 5 minutes that make no sense, basically.
Like I said, the only issue is really the only issue that I'm seeing on any of these is the one I've already talked about with the Borg sphere.
Yes.
Because the Borg sphere has no player benefit, so it's the only issue. And then otherwise, what I would describe Nigel said is 100% accurate, with the exception of the Borg anomalies.
Yeah, exactly. But basically, yes, being corrected a couple of times here, so I'll just make sure I say it right. Simon says it's correct, except for when it didn't spawn in the Borg suppressor space when they were supposed to. Fair enough. That was a point. Crazy says, I have a gripe, and I hate it in territory because I get a pop-up when my ship's leave base. Yeah, I know the feeling of that. I think they've just went, let's see if we can get it in territory to work. Okay, that worked. Okay, let's see if we now can get it to spaces in the margin and a little bit in the FKRs. Okay, that's working. Let's see if we can try it in specialty space. No, that failed. We managed to fix it. Now it works. now they've gone to specialty space, I feel like they'd be braver to start moving into different things. But hey, and Ramscoop is correct. People don't want to live in the game and play in the game the whole time. So there's a little balance to do. But the concept and the tool, let's call it a tool that they can use on a daily basis and react, is now available and it works. So now they can either use the tool for good or not. It's their choice. KJ.
Yeah, I think that's what just to clarify what I was saying too. I think that recently people have been a little bit happier with the game, I'd say in the last 30 to 45 days.
Sure.
And I fear that you guys are moving the bar too high too fast. And that's going to lead to player disappointment, right? Let them ease into things and don't put so much pressure on what they can do because you guys are happy right now. Just let them kind of ease into it and prove that they've got this positive momentum going. I think that'll lead to less disappointment from the players.
Yeah, no, agreed. Shelby says the best execution has been the adaptive half because of the more beneficial run of the 40 straight minutes. Yeah, exactly. I absolutely agree. I'm not hyping anything up or doing anything. I'm just, I like it. I just think it's very good. I want to tell them that I enjoy it. And I want to tell them that 60% of the player base are really enjoying this concept, in quotation mark. So you need to get that to 70 and 80%, and then more people will like it. And people will like it more, for example, Skeletor says, if you had G7 rep locks, because then people can go and find a way around that. Sniper, what are your, sort of thoughts regarding all that as well?
Yeah, I mean, rep blocks is always a tough discussion, right? I think it's because there's so much rep and still haven't gotten to the point for G7 where there's enough. I mean, you recall, Nigel, what I mentioned is that they really need to implement G7 exos, right? Something that hasn't been looked at in a while.
Agreed.
I think that would help a lot. They don't even have realistically G6 exos, but definitely getting G6 and G7 exos, going back to that mechanic and giving an actual decent sourcing for those things, I think would be useful. Yeah. Maybe they're looking at galactic anomalies as the G7 version or G6 G7 version of exos. I don't know if that's what they consider, but I'm sure people would love to have exos on top of those.
Yes.
And by that same point, that the reputation be that positive rep enhancer, such that exos work on top of it properly.
Yeah.
And all the rep officers work on top of that properly.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing I would say about it is, most of the existing exos, and I don't know if they do grade 6 or 7, if they'll be the same.
Yeah.
But most of them are 1 hour for the rep exos, but none of these GAs seem to be for 1 hour, from what I can.
No,
they're I've been able to ascertain.
45, I think.
Yeah, some of them are 30, or some of them are 45.
Yeah.
I mean, considering you have to kind of find them and then kind of get to the system, and then so you maybe get 30 good minutes out of it. So I think people would love if there was enough time that they could pop an exo and be able to utilize the full hour of that exo rep grinding. So consider maybe making them an hour.
Yeah.
Perhaps making them do positive reps so they work with exo as well.
Yeah.
And hopefully giving us 6 and 7 star exos that are a lot higher percentage than the 5-star ones that we get.
Yeah.
And I think the combination of that would really help go a long way to G7 players feeling like the rep grind is good. I mean, I'll say right now, like, the rep grind is not terrible.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
now, and I'll put that in quotes, right? I mean, if you have, if you have a good ship, you can grind okay with some of these GAs. Although, I would love to see it where FKR grinding, if they're not going to in the near term add a G7 mirror universe system, wink wink, we'd love to have a G7 mirror universe system. But if they're not planning on doing that, it would be nice to see the rep grinding of FKR hostiles really be very dominant over the G6. What is G6, right? Level 70 MU system, because you can still get quite a bit of rep in the MU system and quite a bit of rep just from doing dailies, right?
Yeah, true.
So if I get like over 100 billion, rep from doing dailies, like if I'm going out and I'm grinding with all these modifiers, with GAs, with exos, with everything in an FKR system, I should expect to put a big dent in that, right? I should expect to at least double what I can do
Yeah.
with dailies, right? I should be able to get at least 100, 200, 300 billion, on a good run, right? Because if you do like a MU70 run, you could probably get somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 billion with the right exos, and the right rep and all. And, you get with the Dauntless like 5 runs a day, so that you could pretty, I don't say easily, but, with everything aligning right, you can get like 100 billion rep for that. You can get 100 billion rep from your dailies. So for grinding to feel meaningful, you're sitting there for an hour or multiple hours doing grinding. You should be able to get at least, I would say double that, right?
Yeah.
At least like 200 billion, 300 billion. And in order to do that, you would need to do the things that I mentioned here, like get G6 and G7 exos, make the GAs positive rep,
Yes.
so that they work with everything else and make them last for an hour. I think with those 3 little changes, you would see people be super happy,
Yes,
I'll not say happy, right?
yeah.
Because happier about G7 rep grind.
Well, yes, and also a few people, like, remember the 2,500% one the code exists. They just need to, like, figure out where to put it. There is also the 6-star 300% exo in the game that lasts for 3 hours. But Ferry says, who said that the rep grind isn't terrible? Just think how long it had taken to reach 100 trillion, let alone what comes to make 450 trillion. But then Shelby says, Sniper, today's run, he can get 120 billion in a 15-minute run with today's galactic anomaly. 120 billion. Ladies and gentlemen,
There you go.
Lostin is the ultimate grinder. He's known as a grinder. Lostin, welcome in. Do you grind a lot, Lostin? I hear you grind on everything, including hostiles. I would even pay for a rep lock, Top Gunner says. Which I think would be interesting. But I just think they need to introduce rep locks. I think because the choice is quite simple. It's been brought up earlier by Top Gunner, who said not having rep lock forces me to play the game a certain way. Whereas if I wanted to bring all 3 faction up my way, I should be allowed to do it. So that is an important fact that some of the G7 players are saying. Yes, but it's yeah. So yes, Lostin likes to be a grinder, but he likes to remove the E, and you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Lostin has confirmed that. You heard it here. Lostin uses, yes, he does. That's exactly why he did RMG DOS. The Exocom factory building does nothing for Exocoms from the second unlock to level 60. Just another unused building. So it could be a building they could upgrade. Maybe get those Exocoms back and working in the game and start giving that, Ferry, you remember the 2,500 one, that Sniper, the one you could purchase it, and it was fantastic.
Oh, yes, that one, yes.
Yeah, imagine if that was in the game in some free way where you can get with an Exocomp and whatever. That would be like, oh my God. But
yeah,
then,
that's what I'm saying. That could be a G7 Exocomp.
Yeah, exactly. That would be awesome. So there you go. Lovely team of Scopely listening to us unofficially. This is your chance to do something officially for the players and then be able to provide a G7 Exocomp that is available. Maybe the Exocomp factory can be raised and can go in. A G7 ATA for it as well, Sir Dan suggested. Loads of great ideas. Loads of things that can be upgraded into the game and keep it going without having to do that. Shelby says he has the 2,500% EXO and the 5,000% I saved from months ago. Oh, wow. So, and does that EXO multiply? Does that multiply, Shelby? That's a very good question. Does that multiply the EXO? It does. No wonder you're getting 120 billion in 15 minutes.
So Shelby done something very unique, right? He's saved his cookies for the good stuff.
Yeah, Shelby, did you know the galactic anomalies were coming? I'm suspicious. Shelby, do you work for Scopely? I need to know all the secrets, Shelby. That's a great move. Like, people would have gone, oh, Shelby, why are you saving the 2,500% EXO? Now we know the secret. Shelby secretly is the designer of galactic anomalies. He's just like, ha, 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 ha. You're getting 800 million per hostile.
Ooh. I'll take that any day.
Exactly. Mufasa, do you remember the days when you got 800 million per hostile? How much do you get per hostile, Mufasa?
Nowhere close to that.
Can you imagine? And rep locked with your first kill, and rep locked with your second kill, and rep locked with your third kill. Mufasa suddenly like, oh yeah, I've blocked all these hostiles all the way. That's amazing. That's insane. Can we ask why G7 missions still reward non-Sigma speed-ups? We can don't test in production. That is a very good thing to add to the list. I'm going to add it to the list of things that we can submit to the team, because I know a few of the Europeans are meeting the team from Monday onwards, so we can get that stuff. Quasel has asked for any suggestions, anything like that. We'll do that. So I'm putting a list together. I'll put that on the list of things, as well as the EXOs on the list. So this is a chance for us to, don't forget, this is a chance for us to hand it over to Quasel. Then when he has that meeting, as well as Lube and Stewie and all of them, they've all requested, like everyone, to put feedback in. This is our chance to do so. I'll send them a list, make sure they all have the same thing, and they can decide or not to suggest it to the team, and then the team can decide or not to do what we can do with that. So please keep bringing in these suggestions today specifically, because I want to make sure I give them a huge list by tonight, my time. More badges sourcing, AE, 11E, 11E. Loston says that he would like a baby shark hailing frequency in the game. Sounds a bit weird, Loston. I know there was the shark, culture people that that the Federation met, but okay, cool. A non-Sigma speed up is bizarre. Yeah, absolutely right. Evening, Aspie, how you doing? I saw Dark Greek Gaming. Thank you for streaking as well. Welcome in. RMG DOS would like a random queen chess piece. Well, that's a bit silly. Panda Pirate says, I'm sure FKR, which I think is great. I'm sure FKR is coming up on the circular power creep feature list at HQ. Yeah. But the thing is, Panda, it's like, why is there no rep lock? I mean, you could at least just throw a middle one in. Do you know what I mean? Like at the 76 one or something. I don't know. Shockwave.
So, speaking of, I'm glad Sniper brought up exocomps.
Yes.
Because I have been thinking about incursions.
Yeah.
And I know you want to talk a little bit about incursions here, but it just so happens that I've got a little bit of a bridge between the two here.
Yeah, of course.
Why is it, and this is something we probably need to get addressed, hopefully, why is it that in the Transigen refinery, by the way, there are efficiency exocomps there, people, just letting you all know.
Yes.
Because people seem to forget those. 800% for that one, right? You get 800%.
Yeah.
But for winning an incursion against an all-out battle, you get 350%.
Yeah, okay.
I think that probably needs to be adjusted.
Okay.
And I think it's time that we adjust the speed of that research exocomp.
Yeah, very, 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 very good point. Yeah, that'll be day. And Omega Prime says 6-day cooldown as well, which is not the best thing with that as well. So that would be something that be adjusted. And TCB Hawks brings up a good point. He goes, you need rep lock, especially with the Conqueror Armada model, so that you can hit those rep locks in there, which I think would be quite important. Top Gunner says, put in a rep lock at 73, 76, and 78. That way we can prepare like we want. That's a very good point. And then, like the Conqueror Armada model, Hawks is very, very right in this, and you as well, Top Gunner. Imagine you can rep lock and close it on a 73, get your 73 uncommons, all three of them, because you can then build your rep up to that, then do that. Jules Verne, the legend, the man that we put one finger up in the air for, which finger you don't know, but there's a finger that goes up in the air, says Transition Research EXO based on generation. Incursions win EXO is to all generations. So there you go. That gives you the advice on that one. Thank you very much, Jules Verne, for that. But I think they just need minor adjustments here. I think the galactic anomalies thing with the exocomp thing and with a few bits and bobs and being able to react a little bit live might be a very good way to do that one, which would work out really, really well. Which would be really, really cool. And I agree with you. I think that we just need to look at these exocomps and see whether the exocomp factory can be upgraded. Jules, if you've got the power, my friend, please do suggest that to the team. I feel like an exocomp upgrade is required. I think it's been a while. I think it needs a little oomph from somewhere. But then people are requesting rep locks. And Jules, you probably have a better, reason why rep locks are not there at the moment. Not saying they won't be there in the future, but I hope they will come up there. How about an outpost speed up exo? Well, that's interesting, Brian. That could be interesting stuff. A lot of exo options. I just think the exos have just died a death recently, and they just need a little.
Or how about?
Yeah, go on.
How about just being able to give us outpost speed ups like they said we were going to? Because last I checked, they're not there.
Yeah, I mean. There's no way of getting those outpost speed ups. Those haven't existed for a long time. Panda Pirate says rep doesn't seem as much of a bottleneck than the 100k rare G7 mats needed for Ops 76. That just feels painful. I know Flossie just got to 76 recently. How far are you two at Shockwave?
76. I'm at 73 right now. I'm not moving until I get everything in my building 73 or building maxed.
Cool.
And then I'm not moving until my G7 uncommon gets to tier 6. So
all right, yeah.
I'm staying my ass right there.
Cool. Sniper.
Yeah, I'm working towards getting to 75 right.
Oh my god.
And it does require a boatload of rare. Right? So I think the good thing is the Reaver is definitely helping with the already making an impact in terms of the Sigma requirements.
Great.
But which is awesome, right? But the bottleneck for sure for me, particularly, is rare ore.
Yes.
Which doesn't help because my G7 Uncommon also uses rare ore.
Yeah.
So I know it's only the higher part of the game, so I'm not gonna I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. But I said it before many times. I think for level 73 and up, and definitely level 74 and up, rare should be the main type of mat. So every event, every pack, everything should have rare mats. That's just the type of mat that is most commonly used. And even in the scoring, because remember we talked about Maka'la's Crucible for even 74, it only uses uncommon. Where's the rare? Rare is the main thing at our level. Why does rare not count? So I think that needs to be looked at. And I'm not saying for us currently per se, because probably by the time they do something to fix it, I'm going to be moved on to 75, 76, which I'll still probably need rare, a lot of it. But, I think for the people up and coming, right, they're going to need to do something to address the low amounts of rare and do something to pump up, those numbers. Because I don't think people who are just at 72 now or starting to get to 73, have really seen how big of a wall that's going to be, especially for light spenders, right? It's going to be a huge map wall for light spenders.
Yeah, and I think, and as well, if you think about it, in G3 and G4, they sped up their progress with the Ascension Tree, right? In G5 and G6, you got the Revenant, and that helps you with your materials there. You got the GS31 that helps you with your parts there, right? And then you can still pull all the materials from everything like that. So that's G5 and G6 gets you up there. When you get to G6 to G7, you're now missing. You've now gotten the Reaver, which kind of replaces all the Sigma issues that you have a little bit. It gives you a drip of some sort that you can work with every day. Still using the old materials, which is clever because you're emptying your inventory of the old stuff, putting in the new stuff. Now we need a Revenant style refinery to come back into the game for the G6, G7. So we've seen that G3 and G4 have been sped up. G5 are the bottleneck people who are stuck. because if you're 51 to 54, you're screwed. You need to be 55 to and above to be able to get stuff. But then at the 55, you really need the 56 ship. Otherwise, you're really struggling at staying at 55. So they will struggle for a very, very long time. Then as you move up, you need some sort of Revenant style, material giving, refinery thing of some sort that does it, whatever feature you want to add to that. Panda Pirate says, I think that it's time for the USS Revenant 2.0 to give G7 rare materials. But Ferry's got a very good question for Panda Pirate. He says, with all the materials Panda Pirate has saved by not building an uncommon, it should be easy to do, right, Panda Pirate? What is your politically official response to the fact that you refuse to build an uncommon 73? You've been using your Max Vengeance, and Panda Pirate, you should be streaming ahead right up to 76 without any issues, right, Sniper? Surely Panda's not got an issue.
Yeah. I mean, he might be 70. He might have all the things for 76 already. Because he's using his vengeance to kill 75s right now.
Yeah, exactly, Panda. He says, help me, I'm poor. No, you're not poor. Stop saying you're poor. You're not poor. You skipped, because the best thing is, ladies and gentlemen, and in the chat as well, the thing is that really fascinates me about how Panda's doing it is if Panda does get to 76 and builds the uncommon 76, I want to showcase this in this stream because I think that is if it's doable, a sensational way to go through a little bit of trouble to get you there. However, does Panda have the right amount of rep required to do it? Flossie says, I'm poor after going to 76. There you go. Flossie made it 76 recently, and I saw her in the 76 channel in the private Discord, and I was like going, what in the world are you doing here? I was like, what wait, what? We got another person made it? And I was like, and then she doesn't have anything else. Benny Hills Go says, can you add to the list in the research tree to only light up the green on research that you can do? Currently, it lights up green regardless requirement has been met. I thought they fixed that. Has not been fixed?
That is still broken. It's still in existence. Yeah, it's terrible.
He's 100% right. It still exists.
Okay, let's add that to our list. Thanks, Benny Hills Goes. I will add that to my list. Let me copy and paste that one into my. I'm doing a private server style one today because I want to make sure that we get the summary. Is what I'll do, guys, ladies and gentlemen, as well is I will post a summary into the announcement so that people can see what we've talked about today as well. So if anyone had anything else they want to add in before Quasel wakes up in 14 hours time and has a look at it, he can at least see it. So a very good point for people to still continue handing in feedback until we can get it to him, and we'll make it a very concise list. We don't want to make it super 50 things that are broken. We want to go, these are the 5 things here, these are the 5 things here, these are the 5 things here we're trying to aim for, so keep the as concise as possible. Dina Day, so broken, horribly broken. Okay, I get it, yeah, horribly broken. Maybe I haven't done research in a while. Maybe I should do research. Well, right now, I'm inches away from building a 73 shipyard, Sniper, and I can finally build a freaking ship.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Congratulations will become in order when I do that. I will, yes, MJ Hat says he will post open mic night notes as well, providing they are transcribed. Yes, exactly. He can do that as well, which is open mic night will go later. We will be going into the wonderful Ultra Vedica, who will then hold the fort till when MJ is up. What's 73? 73 shipyard. And then the uncommon ship. That's what I'm aiming for. Sir Dan says, my G4 account has researchers with green arrows that need to be 51 to do. Yeah, there's something wrong there. They need to have a look at that. I'm going to add that to the list. Thanks, Sir Dan's. Open Armada's refinery bug. Oh, God, the pips. Pipgate 3000. Oh, my God. Yeah, so I mean, Pipgate 3000 is going to be there. Pipgate 3000, the T-shirt will be available soon in the store. Pipgate 3000, everyone loves a good pip. And a person called Pip. None of the green arrows are valid. Albatron is showing me as well on his one. So I'm just about to start 73 Shipyard. I should skip the uncommon. No, Crazy. Don't do what Panda's doing. Sniper, what is your advice to Crazy? Crazy's asked the question. What is your advice? Skip uncommon 73. Can you skip it, really?
You know, the way I see it is skipping the 73 uncommon is like the people who try to see how far they can drive on the highway on empty, right? It's like, you know, you're flying a little close to the sun. Uh, so, uh, you know, personally, I think at the point we are at the game today, that's not to
Yes.
say tomorrow there won't be power creep and other things.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense to skip the 73 uncommon. I mean, yes, it saves you probably a huge amount of resources, you know,
Does
and
it though?
what you put. Well, you know, it's debatable, right? It depends on how you look at it, right? Because you know, with the 73 uncommon, you're going to probably be able to beat more hostiles. You're going to be able to do bigger armadas. You're going to be able to
Yeah.
win more leaderboards, you know. So, you know, yeah, you'll save on directly spending on the ship, but you'll spend a lot more time in the game. You'll spend a lot more of your buffs and debuffs and you know, all sorts of other things, you know. So, do you come out ahead if you try and skip it? And is it doable? Maybe. In my opinion, is it worth the effort? Not really, but I give props to Panda for giving it a try, right? He's, you know, trying something that you know the rest of the community is not yet doing, right? He's being a pioneer, right?
I
So
mean, wait,
you know,
did you
I give
just
him props
call?
for trying something.
Please don't call Panda Pirate a pioneer. He is not a pioneer, and that's another badge he wants now. Pioneer badge. Oh
Oh,
my.
that's true. I should have realized every time I say something he wants a badge for that.
Pioneer Pirate. He's now calling himself that. PPP, Panda Pioneer Pirate. Yeah, PPP. That sounds terrible. But Panda says that you are all crazy for not skipping the 73 uncommons. Nobody's using their buffs anyways. Voltron, though, asked the question, what tier does a 73 become useful? What do you get it to? And where have you found it useful, Sniper? That's a good question from the chat.
So, in my opinion, it starts really becoming useful
Yep.
probably around tier 5,
Okay.
right? But if you want it to be useful, not in terms of being at 73, but more in terms of being at like, you know, 74 plus or moving on to like maybe making it all the way to 76, I would say tier 9 is really like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
That's where, you know, you start to be able to beat vengeances in PvP. That's where you start to be able to do enough 75s to do your dailies even at 75, right?
Yeah.
That I think is kind of the sweet spot. And like for me personally, I'm going to see to a little bit Panda's challenge. I'm not ready to do that kind of challenge of skipping the 73, but
Yes.
I've kind of said I want to see if I can take a tier 9 73 all the way to the 76 ship. So that's what I'm giving a try.
Okay. Interesting.
Will it work? I don't know.
Tier 9 just seems really far away. It just I feel like tier 9. I mean, it scares me to even think about it. How much Sigma Trit that is, but I just tier 9.
It's a ton. Don't get me wrong. It's a ton of Sigma Trit, but let's remember we now have a better. Not saying you know the final end all be all of sourcing, but we have a much better means of sourcing than we did a month ago, right? And you know, I'll just say this: go raid.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Well, it seems like a go. Well, hopefully with the 60 million Alliance tournaments I've got, I'll be able to get my Reaver, which will be interesting. Panda Pirate's asking, are you ready to take on the Panda Challenge? Well, the thing is, Panda Pirate, I may be forced to because I've got nothing else better to sort of get there at the moment while I'm battling my way through. But Flossie brings up a good point. She says it's doable up to 75 with your Vengeance. Can just about do dailies there, but you won't be able to do the 76 dailies. I don't see how that's possible. So you would basically have to stay at 74, 75 until you're literally ready to build every, the shipyard of 76 buildings and rep. And that is something that to do. So, and Panda's excuse says no one uses their buffs for anything. So you've got all your buffs there anyway. So you might as well use them, which is a very good point. And Lostin comes in with his own classic. The issue is more rare ore, getting it to tier 9. Ah, the rare ore. Yes, the rare materials become another bottleneck there, which is another bottleneck that happens at every tier level when you're at 53, 56. You know what I mean? At a 60, the 63, 66, and the 70s are also like when you get past that tier 9 mark where everything becomes rare. So how do you advise people to do that? That's hard because then you're trying to balance yourself between how far you can do. Ramscoop says, do open armadas, you will use buffs. Oh my God. Ramscoop, that is really funny actually as a response to Panda Pirate. You need time your rep and station progression. So Panda Pirate, I'm assuming you're staying at 75 for 25 years until you finally have got everything you need to get to 76 shipyard and the ship and build it. Lost It says there's a pack for that. Yeah, Lost It, you can't solve everything with a pack, right? Well, actually, you could probably solve everything with a pack.
You definitely can.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. There's not a single problem in this game that a pack can't solve.
Pack can't solve. Well, then I do hope that the Players Alliance Council solves that problem. You see what I did there? Reversed. You see, I got you guys big time. Hooked, clipped, grabbed, and pulled, and reeled the big fish in. 170.
So Nigel, I'll say two things, right, in terms of this, right? And I think, and Panda could correct me if I'm wrong, but since he's not on stage, I'll kind of a little bit speak for him because we've had conversations about this in the past, and I think there's two compelling thoughts on this, right? Because right now you're right, the barrier is 75 to 76, right, or 76 dailies, right? Because 75 you can reasonably do. You got to use your buffs, you got to have summon, you got to do a bunch of things, but you can do them, right? It's possible. 76 as of now isn't possible, right? You can't even reach the systems even with summon and every other trick in the book, right?
Yes.
So there's two, possibly three things to consider if we're talking this particular subject, right?
Yes.
One is, and I think this falls with Panda a little bit, you know, and our discussions is every month there's a bit of power creep and new features and whatnot.
Yes.
So the one thing in the back of the mind, there's not really a plan per se. It's like a hope, is hoping that new things will come out that will make it possible, right, to bring the vengeance there.
Yeah.
That's one. Second thing is sticking at 75 until you have the resources to go all the way to shipyard 76, right? So don't go to 76 until you're actually ready to build the 76 ship. I think that might even be what Shelby is doing, right?
Yeah.
Because I know he was saving up a bunch of resources. So he might be saving up to jump right to the 76. Although I know he has a 73, so that's a little bit different, but still the same kind of mentality, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe even the mentality that I need to do to keep that tier 9.
Yeah.
Is, you know, get to the point where you're ready to go to 76 and you can get all the way to the 76 shipyard and have enough materials to build the 76 rare ship before, you know, hitting the you know, the button to go to 76, right?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of, I guess you could say, you know, second method. And then the third one, which is really not a preferable method, but you could go to 76 and then just not do your dailies until you get the ship, right?
Yeah.
But you're also probably not going to be able to do your events and other things as well. So, I mean, you don't, quote unquote, have to do your dailies, right? Like, obviously, you could be losing out on a bunch of things. You could be losing out on rep. You could be losing out on, you know, potential events and all sorts of other things.
Massive.
But if it takes you, like, you know, a couple of weeks to a month in that state, you know, you can make that sacrifice, right? Not I wouldn't personally recommend it.
No.
But it is a option, right?
Yeah.
So those, in my mind, are like the three things to consider. You know, waiting and hoping for something to come out that's gonna help the vengeance get there.
Potentially.
B is jumping right to shipyard 76 by saving up the resources. And C is the super painful way of jumping to 76 and being unable to do anything for a while until you save up the resources or buy the packs to get to the 76 ship.
Yeah, no, absolutely right.
I'll add to that too. I'll add to that too.
Sure.
You know, you can. It's possible to beat the 73s in the new Origin space, because I know a lot of people are saying, I need a stronger ship. What I really like as I explore the new Origin space, especially with the officers, the hostiles there seem to be determinant on officer size and not so much ship size. And what I mean by that is I took a Vengeance out the other day, yesterday actually, after getting Cat Spock and Ambassador Spock at both tier 2.
Yeah.
Still a few shards short of female Spock, but I almost had the thing.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a Max Vengeance doing that. So when you compare ship by ship, if you were to take a 73 uncommon up there and be able to smash those the Origin ones, sometimes it's up to the officer abilities, and I'm definitely seeing that, especially in Origin space. So
yeah,
well,
it's
more
another
times
thing
than
to
not, it
consider.
is. More times than not, what you're saying is correct. Like it comes down to officers more than we want to admit, and that's an area that I lack in the game.
Yeah,
but officers matter.
Oh,
it's like
100%.
research.
100%.
So if you don't have the officers and they're not maxed or what have you, like that will make a huge difference.
Yeah, and I've even talked about that before on the show, where you should be thinking of officers as a type of research as opposed to officers. And that's, after hearing that, several people have said, yeah, that's actually a good way to look at it, because they each get stronger. And there are some officers, like even with PICU, where you've got several sort of set jumps where you might get 10% or 15% per tier. With PICU, that last one is huge. I think it's 20%, 25%.
It is.
So some of these officers are worth exploring and worth maxing. Don't be the alpha of your ops before you go up.
Yeah.
The answer is not always a more powerful ship, right? Because right now,
I'm gonna make that a shirt. Be the alpha of your ops.
I looked at it this morning, and Simon Says and I had a very good conversation about the size of our epics, and Simon Says is the top 73 in the game as of this morning, at least.
That sounds dirty.
Yeah.
It is, right? Mine, you go down to me, I'm 23, so I'm 23 amongst 73s. What we both have in common is that we have very strong officers, and it's not always about the size of the ship. It's about the officers that you can apply, or those switchable research boxes that you can apply. And I think that's what a lot of people, that's the missing part of a lot of people's
very
games.
phallic.
Okay. Just
thank you, KJ, for adding to that. I guess.
No, just let me pop in here for a second. No, I understand with that and the officer sourcing, and that's why Panda Pirates officer score is 8,330, which is very, very high. Getting your officers to that high level, I mean, I think there's been loads of videos. I think Rev Juice has done videos where he says, the officers are key to your game, and they still last a long time. And especially those officers, they were potent, like they were very, very strong. So I'm under the assumption, amazing. What I'm assuming is that the officers, if that's the level of percentage they're going to give officers are going to become quite important to source as they keep bringing them out in the next few arcs as well. Because bearing in mind, this was the first arc that we haven't had a new officer into the game except the sourcing of one. While Shelby's getting closer to Panda at 8,240. So I think it's really important. Yes.
But also, this is a new arc where the officers haven't been as easily sourced, too. Maybe not the first, but it is another issue. Like, they stopped
disagree.
sourcing officers the way they
Completely
do.
disagree.
Okay.
This was the
I'll
arc.
back off.
No. Just let me explain why. It's called... I'm just debating it with you. This is the first arc where material spend is back. So, yes. Last arc, Paragon, awful. This arc, material spend, you can at least unlock the officer if you do the material spend of the SMS and be able to place somewhere in the SLB, or within 2 material spend events like Cat Spock is lockable, unlockable just with SMSs alone, which I think is very...
Okay, so then that is obviously a level thing, because it's not possible at mine, but that's bad, because I've argued like there are reasons that we need to have different stuff happen at different levels. So I won't argue that part.
No, that's cool. So in your
differently
level,
at the lower level,
your officer in this weekend's material spend is, who is that for this?
Let me go look, because I know the other officer was NT Picard. Give me 2 seconds.
So
Do you consider material spend sourcing of an officer? Because I consider that an event, and I don't consider it sourcing.
No, it's a sourcing of a brand new officer. I'm not talking about an old one. Just let me explain in a second.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
stay here as well with that one. That's not sourcing, because that's to win something. Didn't the SOB? It's Catspock. So yeah, so for me, Catspock was the officer of this month, right? So Catspock has had 2 SMS spends. That is a way to acquire the officer quickly. Sourcing,
I would just Anorex. Again, with Anorex. Why do they keep putting Anorex?
Yeah. So they had Anorex weekend 1 and weekend 3. So yeah, I remember this now. So you can now fully unlock Anorex with the SMS, correct?
But I already had him.
No,
Who doesn't have Anorex at this point?
No, but what I mean,
sorry.
For that level, Anorex is the officer that they're trying to aim you to get. For that level, that's your, in quotation mark, new officer of the month.
Yes.
So Catspock is the new officer of the month for us here. In 2 SMSs alone, right, it gets you to 60, which is half an unlock. So sorry, it gets you to 120, which is a full unlock.
So that actually makes it a good free-to-play option if you have the option of the new officer as this.
Yeah.
Per this event. But I mean, it's great and it's bad, I feel, because if you aren't given something, you don't know what you're missing.
No, true.
So
and Anorex has good sourcing, right? Because, DTI.
Right. Like, I'm not mad. Yeah. But it's just Anorex again. Like, okay, right, I've got this. Like, I'm going to end up with a maxed Anorex.
Yeah.
But I won't have anything for the new Spock shards at all. At all, nothing.
But
which doesn't matter right now, but it will matter later.
No, it does matter right now. So let me try and get there.
Okay.
Everyone's quite feisty today, but that's okay. I'm happy to debate.
Sorry.
No.
It's
cool.
So I don't talk.
No. Don't worry. No, you're allowed to. It's debate. So let me explain. If you take the Anorex situation and put it to Catspock, imagine in 3 months' time or whatever, Catspock is in some form of DTI where there is a full sourcing of them with the other Spock officers. When people in G5 and G6 catch up to an arc where this is now repeating itself, there is a material spend where you can unlock an officer completely at Epic, not for free, by acquiring it, by putting your materials into there and making a decision on spending the SMS levels. Then the sourcing becomes a different thing. So the sourcing of the new officer, we never really know. The Academy was the first one that they gave us a sourcing method, which was surprising, but it was still awful, and we never got it anywhere. And now this is the key for us to realize, saying, right, okay, you've allowed us to unlock the officer. Thank you very much. The Paragon is gone. We don't like the Paragon or the Cadre or whatever the hell you want to call the rest of these things. Remove those things. We don't like them. We like the material spend. The reason we like the material spend is, A, if you can synergize it with Vengeance or the Aphelion or any other shipbuilding event, this is what we're trying to aim for as a community. And yeah, augment, yes, especially sources Anorex. Well, the key thing is, if they continue the model where that's the sourcing method for a new officer, and in a month or two's time we see them in some sort of refinery somewhere where you can pull them as much level as an Anorex, great. There's a sourcing method there. You're lucky to get them on day 1 of an arc because you chase the material.
The last part that you said is the key part, is you're lucky. Because if they do it that way, there's only whatever officer they choose. We don't get to decide what we want to work for, and that is not okay.
Yeah, so this is where there is a disconnect. In the G6, G7 brand new arc mode, we get to acquire the main new officer. The disconnect is, in the lower levels, mid to lower levels, they've made decisions on what officers they believe you should acquire, and that is a problem in itself.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that, because it is. It's not that I've never argued that we didn't need split stuff for higher ops. The higher ops is where the game is going, right? If you're going to keep playing the game, eventually you have to go to the higher ops. They need to develop new content for higher ops. I'm completely behind it. What's frustrating for me is I sit here and I see all these things happening and I have no idea how I'll ever get there. No idea.
So?
Because it hasn't even been decided yet. Like, it hasn't even been decided how these things are going to be sourced. And if I get another RNG answer, I'm going to be pissed.
No. So,
I'm not asking that at my level I need everything, but I want to know how I'm going to get it later.
Yeah, exactly. So what the decision needs to happen is that I'm going to put in the summary for Quasel and for anyone else who's going to do the meetings next week that this is a problem, right? So
because RNG cannot be the answer. It cannot.
No, RNG is not the answer because that's not sourcing. But the key thing is, like someone said, Jay Ignac says they have removed all choice. The solution to the problem is even give the mid-ops, right? If you don't want to give us like major choice, give everybody, if I were you, I just bring Officer Depot tokens back, give people Depot tokens, let them choose, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can make a decision. Then it's not RNG.
Any option is better than just, hey, here's a bucket and you'll figure it out later. I'm not okay with that choice. I'm okay with things needing to be level locked. I'm okay with the fact that, I don't even need this shit till later. Oh, sorry. Oh, God.
Sorry,
didn't mean to cuss.
No. It's. I completely agree. I understand the frustration, but see, this is where there is some feedback loop that's happening that we need to sort of get them to understand that, because I'm with you on it. Like on this arc, the thing we're praising is you've removed Paragon and Cadre and you gave us material spend. That's a good thing.
And they still cause problems. Why can't they just fix things without messing things up?
No. So the material spend.
That's not the Stokely method. That's not the Stokely method.
Yeah. So Nigel, I'm happy with the material spends that they are doing with this one because I can unlock an officer for that. Do I think...
Which is valid.
Let me get there. Do I think there is any sourcing for Cat Spock? No. Do I think there's any sourcing for Ambassador Spock? No. Do I think there's any sourcing for female Spock? No. But am I happy if they change from Paragon, Cadre to material spend? Yes. At the moment. Would I like it to be better? Of course I would. Do I think there's sourcing? No. I believe it's acquiring an officer at the beginning of the arc. That's the difference. Now, for the mid-ops, you're giving people the officers you believe they should have for whatever level and how you decide to do them. But that is dependent on what style of player they are. So you should give them a choice, at least, and allow them to make a choice so that if they...
1,000 times what you just said, they keep telling us what they think we need. What you just said 1,000 times,
no,
yes.
Yeah, but also they
keep doing that.
They believe that they think they know how you play the game. That's the biggest problem. So... Because I before when last year or the year before, whenever was the last time I did a playtest, I remember a lot of things happen in the playtest whereby they would discuss things saying, yeah, we see players that are going to play like this. But I'm like, but no one plays like that, and no one plays like that either. You're pigeonholing people into styles which don't exist at the moment. Yes. So now in the mid-ops, and so the feedback is, that I'm typing out right now, is that they need to look at the mid-ops specially, as well as up in the upper ops, but this is a very important mid-ops question, to give them the choice of officer and style they wish to play the game. In other words, don't tell them...
They should do that across the board.
They should do it across the board.
It's not just mid-ups. Like, you're right. You are absolutely correct in everything you said. Right now, I couldn't cheer you more if I could... If I could find a button to cheer you more right now, I 1000% agree.
But that's what I'm trying to get to.
They need to do it for everyone.
But yes, amazing if they do it for everyone. For right now, let's support our mid-op friends and say the decision you make on how these people are supposed to play the game is not your decision to make.
Right.
You need to allow them to make the decisions once they play. Some people are triple lock people. Some people are single lock people. Some people are double lock people. Some people are one lock. You know what I mean? Everyone's got this. Some people are minors. Some people are PvPers. Some people are, that people like to go and do other things. I like an all-round game. I enjoy a little bit of PvP. I go and do a bit of mining. I go and, sometimes go and kill a hostile grind. I love the challenge of a hostile. Sometimes I love the challenge of a PvP battle. But everyone's different. You cannot pigeonhole people in a style. So the feedback should be is if you can't pigeonhole someone in a style, you can't choose for them what they don't want. So allow them the choice to make that. I hope that explains why an Officer Depot version needs to come back so that people at the beginning of an arc can... Yes, it's a little bit more expensive to get an officer. I'm going to do a material spend that's a little bit aggressive, and I'm going to go over the top and put stuff in. Sure, the first officer, then the first arc on the first day in the first week of the first month should be incredibly difficult to get, and you should work your ass off to get it. Great. Or pay for it and speed up, right? That's simple. And then, yes, go ahead, Retro.
How can we show that choice, what all the players like and want to have, benefits STFC in the long run?
It does.
Because they seem to think it doesn't because they took it away. So how can we show that? I mean, except by not quitting the game, right?
I can answer that question. I can actually answer that question if you guys allow me to.
Yeah, sure.
And it's simple because I've said this before. By creating by bringing back Officer Depot tokens, what you're doing is you're allowing people to choose the officers for which they want to fill in their play style, which by default will create more engagement and more excitement within the player base to participate in the events that they want to do, to do the items that they want to do, whether it's PvP, PvE, mining, whatever. It will allow more engagement for individual players to tailor their play style in the long run, which would then create players that get what Scopely wants them to do, which is A, log in, B, complete events, and maybe eventually, God forbid, maybe buy a $10, $15 pack, something like that. Because the one thing that STFC, and this goes back to something I've said for a while now, they don't know how to market. They can show me all the materials in the world that they want for marketing and advertisement. They don't know how to market their packs, because if they did, they would be able to come to the conclusion that as long as people are spending, it doesn't matter the amount that they're spending. For example, if you have whale A, B, C, D, dolphin A, B, C, D, and E, guppy A, B, C, D, and E, and low spender that's never spent a day in their life, if you tailor a $5 pack for the person that they are spending more for, or that's never spent a day in their life, that's still more money than Scopely had coming in the day before, or that STFC did.
Yes, but also... Yeah.
By creating engagement, by giving choice back to the players, it will naturally create more engagement because people can get the officers that they want for the events that they wish to choose.
Yeah.
I guess on that same note, kind of a little bit off segue, but a lot of people like to get ships free to play, and after about 50 days, they're willing to spend $50 to pay for half of a ship, but they never have half a ship anymore. And then by the time sometimes a half ship comes out, you've already pulled more blueprints. So you're like, I don't want to spend the money on half a ship now. I only have to wait 20 more days or whatever. So I think it's really strange. They don't know what their player base wants at all. And when you do go to Discord or whatever and ask for half a ship, is it hard to program? Because that's $50 is $50. I think they'd rather get 50 than 0.
Well, yes, and also they seem to have brought up, this has come up, that the 50 half pack ship packs are going to be coming back anyway. So that's really important. And yeah, choice, it leads to engagement. Engagement leads to happy players. Happy players lead to spending. End of. Final question. No bull.
There we go.
No rubbish. No anything else.
You're not wrong at all.
There's-
I will 1,000%
Yeah.
agree with what you just said.
Yeah, there's no sales pitch required here. It's very simple. You happy players lead to engaged players, lead to more players to spend. I've got a player that hasn't spent in ages, really enjoyed the arc, and spent $20 on a battle pass for the first time, and he's up 72. And he's like, do you know what? I really enjoyed this arc. I love this new battle pass. I went and bought a $20 battle pass because I enjoyed the game. Very simple.
Yes.
And that is incredible.
It is so simple. Everything we've asked for is so simple.
It is, and I think these are going to get changed more and more as we go. Elio Elsie says, I got pushed out of a high ops in G5 because I take a slower free-to-play route, and while not all that bad, especially as a catch-up mechanic, really notice the difference is missing the start of the new content loops and being at the low end of the loop when you can start a lot of the Big's advice was punched down, which doesn't work if you're already low, so you have to delay the start of those loops even further. Agreed, which is what Galactic Columnies will hopefully solve for you, Elsie, which I think is great. Lost in, the man who is the totally free to play, says, I mean, they are making money. I'm not sure we should assume how they make money and which packs make more sense from a business standpoint. Half packs come back, but like Retro said, they come back after 90 days. Exactly. So give people a chance to get there. And the thing is, they've got the metrics, right? So they can look at the metrics and say, most free-to-plays will hit half a ship now. Let me put half a pack for a month now. So some people who missed a pull or another pull or whatever, kick off the half a pack and watch people buy it. They're like, do you know what? I pulled half of it. I've saved half the money. So I'm happy to go and do it this time. You watch how people think. They change their mind with that.
But the metrics though won't help them if they don't know how to market their product, and they clearly don't. That's the problem. That's the issue. They make money on this game because people want to buy the shortcut, because they do create, at least traditionally, they've created a type of FOMO, but they still, that's not a marketing standpoint. Marketing is at its core reaching out to individuals who would be, quote, an untapped market. And right now, low spend or free to play is a very untapped market. All they got to do is come out with a $5, $10 pack that makes sense. That's it.
Yeah, and also
that would be real marketing.
Yeah, and also Benny Hills
I
goes.
almost wanted to disagree with you.
Yeah, no, just give me a second there. There's too much jumpiness. Just let me try and run it, please. Just give me a chance to do so. Benny Hills Ghost says $50 is better than $0. The half pack should be available after people have a quarter of the ship, and then people can plan ahead once they truly buy it, though. Exactly, but give people decision. They have the metrics. It can even be an automatic unlock that you can see it in the store after you get to a quarter or halfway or whatever. They have the ability to do those things. And also, you know, if people like Lady Command, who says, I just want to play the game and I should need a pack to play the game, you can also do that as well. And I think that's important feedback to go to the team, and hopefully it's feedback that some of the people can bring in next week to the team and say, hey guys, this is from this standpoint where we have been thinking about this and we've been talking about this, and this is how you can get more player engagement into the game, more people that are going to be enthusiastic about events. We've told you what we liked. We said we liked, you know, bits of the Galactic Anomaly. We told you what we liked. We liked bits of being able to do, you know, stuff. And we told you that exhaustion can be a critical thing that you have to be very, very wary of. There are a lot that they need to think about, as well as giving people the chance. Yes, you are cursed as well. But those are the things that people need to sort of focus on. They need to increase value across the board. I hope that they're going to listen to a different style of voices next week, which I think may hopefully bring more different styles of opinions, which leads to, with loads of people that have got amazing ideas on how the statistics work in the game. And I think they've got a chance to hopefully get some different view to them. and to make them understand that, you know, we don't want changes that are really simple, like swapping abilities around or whatever. We want proper fixes. We want proper things. We want an opportunity to enjoy this game. And the more we enjoy the game, the more the game works, the more we can log in without issues, the more we don't restart, the more you give us choice in the game. It's a strategy game. It's a planning game. It's a statistics game. Why do you think the best ever tools in the game are planning tools? Because we like to plan. If you don't allow us to plan, then it's not a planning game. Then what's the point of tools? I don't want a sheet that tells me an RNG is going to get me there. I want a sheet that tells me 11 days you're going to do this, 17 days you'll do that, 18 days you'll do this if you collect all these chests. Don't you agree, Shockwave?
Planning is the essential part of strategy.
Yeah.
That's it. It's simple. Planning is the essential part of strategy. And like I said, we've sat here forever and we've said that that's the next logical phase of this game, is to create a medium that will allow choice. But to do that, they've got to do what they don't want to do, and that's bring back the Officer Depot tokens. So it's plain and simple. It's something like they're taking baby steps. They gave us back choice tokens. A couple months ago for the battle pass, they gave us a officer, like part of an officer choice, like maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
And things like that. But so they're taking baby steps, but there's also an old adage that if it's not broke, don't fix it. There was no reason for the Officer Depot token store to go bye-bye anyway. There was zero reason for that to happen. So, and all you've had since then is player frustration because they haven't been able to plan and haven't been able to play around and create strategies around their ability to play in their own style of game. So that's where we need to get back to. I don't want to say it's the next evolution of the game. I guess I need to take that part of it back, but it's getting back to square one, I guess, because that was an essential function after the Wrath of Khanark that everybody liked because it allowed people to plan and to create strategy. And that's where we need to get back to.
Yeah, 100%. And I hope that is something they can decide on. Yeah, okay. They may think of Officer Depot tokens was a bit too much for them at whatever point. Sure. This is your chance to fix it and do stuff. But the most important thing for us is we want a game that works and, you know, focus all the inner workings of the game for people to sort of, you know, to focus on getting us back enjoying the game and making everything work exactly how we want it to work, not, you know, focusing on different things with regards to that. But that choice will make a huge difference. Ellie the Youngling says, happy and engaged players are also players that might suggest the game to others and therefore new players. I was asked what I think of the game. I'm not sure I could convince them while staying honest to download the start of the game. Yeah, exactly. Like when Colby asks me, should I start playing? I have a different answer to that.
Never let Colby play. Never let Colby
well, play. Benny Hill, yeah, but Benny Hill's Ghost says, Scopely is going to offer lower ops players are going to be accustomed to smaller spend in other games. They might also have this the sticker shock of the $99 for ships compared to everything else. Absolutely agree. Roar said that I've seen Roar, you've written a few times. Roar says everything with this game is addictive bonuses. The first spend is the only one that matters. It's like putting mining crew on an NSCA or Squall, and 19 billion whatever percentage is strategically insignificant. This is where it goes off the rails, and I don't want to use a spreadsheet to know to optimize everything. A lot of players that think that of that thing think 6 the fucks of the game. Hey, Roar! Everyone plays it differently. You play it differently, my friend, and your way is your style, and we love it. There are some people who enjoy the mathematical aspects of it. That's their choice, their decision, and their way of how they want to play their game. And to me, I am here to support everybody playing it in whatever style they feel is right for them. And it's not my decision to judge those people for doing it or not doing it or not liking it or whatever, because at the end of the day, everyone's allowed an opinion on how they play the game, like how everyone's allowed an opinion to be on the stage and be able to say what they think, because I think that's the only true way of representing the full community of the game. Yeah, some do, some don't.
And I want to say you do that fantastically. You do that fantastically.
It's
and I don't think you get enough credit for that.
Yeah, well, she's very, very kind. It's very kind of you to say, but it's not about me here. The most thing is like Dina Day loves sheets. Like I know you do, Dina. You love Aquazel sheets that comes in, and they do an incredible job. Lost In says no one's allowed to play anything but spend money. I mean, Lost In, read the room, man. Oh wait, I read that wrong. Everyone
no one listens to Lost In. No one listens to Lost In. It's
I
fine.
read the wrong thing on purpose, and everyone jumped on Lost In. Lost In's like, wait a minute, Nigel, no, don't do this to me. Everyone's allowed an opinion, even Nigel, who is absolutely correct about Cortado's finally Lost In. You finally said it. It's about time, Lost In. Lost In, ladies and gentlemen, will be, yes, he's got a brand new setup, and in that setup, Lost In has ordered a homemade Cortado coffee machine. Lost In, you'll be drinking your Cortado live next week, and we can't wait. It's going to be exciting. Jim P.I., though, in a serious note, says, responding to McShiz, who said, I've usually warned a friend off the game instead of recruiting them. I wish I felt as good the game to invite them to. While Jim P.I. says, yes, this is an elephant in the room. One of those things that you should be looking at. Matt Flat says, I like a bit of science and seeing what works. Love advice. It's a good place to start. Science and what works for you doesn't always work for me. Absolutely agree, Maflat. In fact, we have discussed that on our Alliance loads, but we do bounce ideas, which leads us to the phase that we get to. Lady Command says, others would hear about the game from me, how I was enjoying it, but then my phone timers go off and the insistent mining. Oh my God, but you're a timer person. See, Lady Command, you play free to play to its maximum, and that's brilliant as well. Skeletor says, Nigel's my second favorite streamer behind Lost In. Are you like deaf or something? Have you listened to Lost In streams? Lost In is definitely he's his own league. We don't even I can't be number 2. I'm number 1 in my own league. He's number 1 in a galactic league that no one even knows about. It's like it's so high up there. It's unreal. Lost In is the galactic leader of the world, and he will be drinking an Oat Cortado live next week. So, guys, we make sure we tune into him while he drinks that Cortado. He'll be making it live, grinding the beans live, showcasing everything that does with that as well. And Skeletor starts laughing. Roar, another score plea SLB where 75s compete with 60s. Yeah, that's the other thing. You've decided to give us these choices. You decide to give us these, we want the choices. We want everything. We also want these events to not be 60s versus 75s. That's not fun. I get it. There's some people up there. Give them the credit of reaching up there by awarding them the rewards for reaching up there. And then give them the SLBs that work. The reward for spending $650 million to get up there should be the reward of getting the rewards for it. They have decided to accelerate. They've gone VIP. They're sending in that class. That's their decision. And as you work, and then that's it. Then that's reward. Say thank you very much, 76. You're the only one in this SLB, but you've won. Good for you. You deserve it, right? Because you decide to overextend where we wanted people to be in. That's their decision to make. And that absolutely spot on. Then make it fair, because competition breeds engagement. Engagement breeds happy players. Happy players breed some sort of spending, and some of that spending will turn to bigger spenders just because the competition is close, fierce, and correct. And it's not a 73 versus a 61. It's a 61 facing up to a 66, a 66 facing up to the 70s, the 71s facing up to the 73s. There's equal battles going on in every way. That is what makes it so even. And those type of events, those type of fixes, and those type of things is what makes this game absolutely incredible, absolutely exciting, the game to go to, the game we all love, the community we enjoy, and the people we adore. And this is Floyd Davino's like everyone versus Nigelrovers. Yeah, it sounds like a court battle there, Floyd. Are you bringing in the case? I've got Panda Pirate in my corner. Who have you got as your lawyer? Yeah.
How do I cheer you louder? How do I do it? Where's the button to cheer you louder?
Because this is
I'm
what
so
I do.
angry with you, but I'm also so proud of you. Like, I'm so excited right now. I'm like, oh my God. Yes. Ooh, where did that sound come from?
Yeah, that sound came from the people playing it on the chat. But no,
my God.
This is the thing, Ghost Pepper, that I try and do, which I don't think a lot of people outside of this beautiful community understand is I see myself as someone who is there to bring multiple feedbacks together in one place.
You all right.
Because I
Do you
believe that...
know why I even follow you? Why I am such a stout supporter for you?
Oh, God. I'm scared.
Are you scared?
Yes, because you
You
sound...
were the only person that made... Am I allowed to cuss or not cuss? Hold on.
Half cuss.
Half cuss.
Yeah.
You were the only one that made things happen when nobody else could. You were the one person that listened to me when no one else has ever listened to me.
Mm-hmm.
There was a situation and you personally took it and helped make things happen. Right, wrong, good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
You got a reaction. And I can never, ever thank you enough for that because it affected my alliance. My alliance is better because of what you did.
Oh, that's...
And so, unfortunately, you're stuck with me because
Oh,
I'm gonna root for you like constantly. But that's why, like, it's not.
No,
Yeah,
I
you're stuck
appreciate
with
it.
me.
No, I appreciate it. It's just like I don't do anything. All I do is find
You
the
do.
path.
You do so much. Stop shutting yourself down. You do
it's
so
it's
much.
not that. It's that there is a very specific reason why that sentence can't exist. But basically, what I do is, like I do in any place that I'm at, is I try and find the path to get a situation looked at. Now, it doesn't mean that I have access to anyone direct. It's just access to different people to get you to the right place possible. For example...
Oh, yes. I should have clarified. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I don't know anything behind that. I'm so sorry.
No. But it
Well,
means...
Pepper, how much did Nigel pay you for that, Bo?
You can piss off.
Yeah. No, but also,
He didn't
for
pay
example...
enough for you to win.
No, but also, guys, just be wary. I see Quasel, Chronox, the rest of the team are all there with them next week. I'm going to take advantage of it and say, here you go, guys. All of you have now got a summary of exactly what people are looking for right now. These are the things that are frustrating the players today. You're meeting the leadership, all of them, tomorrow. So you guys can be heroes, and I use that as like, here you go, here's some stuff. They can now pick and choose the ones they feel they want to advocate for, or they can choose to pick all of them, right? And it's their choice on how they do things. For me, that is the way to do feedback. Same thing is, you have community managers that are fantastic. You can go to them and get some things done. You know, you make friendships with them. You work your way in. You've got official CCs that are superb. Some are passionate about APAC, Ultra Vedica. Some are passionate about, slightly on the lower ops. And some are doing that for this one. Oh, raiding in. Sunny! Thanks you for the raid. Welcome in. Little Cupcake Raid. No, it's not little. By the way, Sane's got her birthday on Friday, everybody. We need to go full. Let's give a shout out to Sane. That's Saanne. There's an X in there somewhere. XG. Sane, thank you so much for coming in. Superstars in here. Let's give her a shout out. Let's follow her on Friday. We want to give her the biggest stream of her life because she gets like 30, 40 people. And she's like, and she's going full time. So let's wish her happy birthday and send her that. Sane, that's really kind of you to raid into me because you timed it very well because I was just about to switch to marbles as we were finishing off this last speech. James Bondada! Oh my God, Bondada's here. See, Bondada never speaks to me. Oh, Cortado, Nigel. Well, take your water park crap and shove it, Bondada. How do you like that for a response? Yeah? Yeah. Smashing. Oh, yeah. No, always lovely to have you here, Sani. We're about to start marbles, so stick with me, my lovely friends. Just hold on here for as long as possible. I know that we like to do, and everyone's going to laugh at this, exclamation point ass. Because what do we believe? We believe in ass, which is an after-stream self-care. So there you go, Raiders. Welcome and get yourself an ass after-stream self-care, which is a very important thing to do so. But right now, Benny Hills goes, wait a minute, that's an option? No. You stay here with me, win something in marbles, then you can have your ass afterwards. I need some ass. Okay, cool. Well, you need some ass. Nigel's all about the I want some. Everyone's going crazy, Sani. See what you've done? I'm a big fan of, ass after stream self-care. See what you've done? You've caused havoc for everyone here. They're all really excited. Shockwave's like, wait a minute, there's an option to choose this? What the hell? So he's getting really excited.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
This is the first I'm hearing this is an option.
Yeah. Everyone does there. And now Ghost Pepple's like, wait a minute, am I allowed to say ass on stream? Well, yes, because what we're saying is after stream self-care. Exactly. Viz is like, we have enough balls. We need some ass. Thank you very much, Vizzy, for that.
Oh my God, we have after stream balls self-care.
No.
Is that what I just heard?
No, after stream self-care. So, ladies and gentlemen, guys, you've just come in here. Press the follow button. It helps me. Sandy's got loads of followers. We'll send everyone to her. Do me a favor. Click on the follow
Nigel.
button. Follow me. It'll be really exciting. We will be doing more stuff later on. I want to see if we can do that. Visage, you've already done it in there. I won't say your name just in case. You know, I saw what happened to Sandy earlier. She said Mr. Ballet's name wrong, and I was like, oh dear God. I was like, is it Ballet? What was his name again? Ballet. You convinced me. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's called peer pressure. I think I do it well. Maybe you would change my free-to-play attitude. Well, hopefully so. My flat, we can do that. Follow Nigel for ass. No. Yeah, you need after stream self-care. I'm sorry for butchering names. No, I butcher names all the time. It's my specialty as well, Sane. I couldn't even say Ghost Pepper for ages because, you know, the O had like this weird thing. Follow Nigel for excessive baby shark singing. Yeah.
Right. What? It's not a weird thing. It's a shape.
It's just shape.
You're not like.
Well, the good news is Bondada is finally, deciding to chat here, Bondada. He's hiding in the corner going, Nigel, I'm just going to lurk in your stream because I like to eat water park stuff. I don't want Nigel to know that I love him.
Be nice to them. Be nice to them. They are here for
He's
you.
a double O. He's a double O shit. That's why.
Just
a double O shit. Oh my
just
God.
like is a name. Jason V-Neck's a name that we brutalize as well. Nerds Lumzinga says, yeah. Wait, am I watching Mrs. Doubtfire? You're not watching Mrs. Doubtfire. What I'll do is I'll give you a little trailer of what this does as we switch to marbles. This is my lovely better half, the wonderful Colby, who comes and sings at the beginning of the stream.
It's all Colby.
Yeah, and she's the one that does this. But I'll give you an idea of what we are on this stream. So, ladies and gentlemen that have come in, watch this, and I'll see you on the other side. Here we go.
Hi, friends. Look at me risking my life eating fruit in America right now. How are you? You can't answer that. Here's my message. Do you still turn my tongue blue like Willy Wonka style? No. What I wanted to say is I started doing this fun thing, streaming on Twitch. Words I never thought I'd say. Me and Nigelrovers hanging out over on his Twitch platform? Is that what you call it? And we laugh and I sing and then we have a little convo before the game starts and then I ask him every single time, what is this game and how does it work? But it's really fun. It's called, what's it called? Briefings. Briefings on Twitch. The link is Nigelrovers on Twitch. Come hang out. He goes live every Thursday, every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 UK time. Come hang out. It's so fun. It's so silly. Oh, yes. And subscribe.
See you there. Yeah, and that's what it does. Thank you, Colby. Absolutely love Colby. She always does that. You know, if you guys get a chance, she's got an amazing Substack, and she does really cool. Yeah. Wait. Why are you back? Wait. No, go away.
Me and my fridge.
Why is Lost in on your fridge?
Announcement to make. I obviously prepared for this by not preparing. Does this make me look legit? Hey.
Yes.
Subscribe to my channel.
Oh no, he's put a hal up.
Gives out ass, and then pretends this is for after stream self-care. Should people follow him or unfollow him? Follow if you enjoy
after stream aftercare.
Unfollow if the bit annoys you. Revolutionary, I know.
Thank you very much.
After stream self-care is probably just their way of saying they need a nap.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
A boundary audit.
Thank you very much. See, Floyd, you got this.
Your line. Leave quietly. If not, keep watching.
Thank you very much, Hal. Okay, guys, we're into marbles. You made it at the right time. So, what we do in marbles here, guys, ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing podcast we just had is a huge discussion. Is we do giveaways, and you get every single giveaway for every single race that we do in this stream. So before you press exclamation point play, just wait, ringing 10 pin before you get going. You need to press it now. Exclamation point play. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Come on in. Chance to win a mug from stfcbriefings.com. Loads of mugs available. You can choose some lovely little skins and bits and bobs. Don't miss out. You know, KJ, I'm sure will be giving away multiple dogs as well, because he's definitely sold like 15 during the stream at least. He actually hasn't sold one, but that's okay. But make sure you go to banditsprintend.com for a chance to help him out. He's got an amazing selection. But exclamation point play, ladies and gentlemen, come on in. Don't miss out. Yeah, you can use exclamation KJ and you might win a pity mug because, well, you know, that's the only way to do that. A prediction on race 2, yes, please. And MJ had no dog sold. KJ said, because everyone was busy listening. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. Don't miss out on your chance to win a mug and the kindness. Remember, every bit, everything. If anyone wishes to tip the streamer, it's available. Exclamation point tip. If you wish to donate, exclamation point donate. If you wish to go to charity, exclamation point charity. All those things are separated. Next week, I will be publicizing. I've asked all charities to verify the payments I've made to them. So they're all sending me emails next week. I will provide them on an announcement so you guys can have them. Yeah, they'll have a QR code or they told me a unique ID, which you guys can go and choose and see for your wonderful commitment what it paid the charities as well. So you can see the exact figure as well. So they're very kind to do that for us. I told them that I needed for tax purposes. It was complete and utter lie. Just wanted to prove to everybody what we do, because we like to give to charity as much as possible. So if you can, it's available there. It helps us out, and it goes directly to them rather than the 60-40 split for this month from Twitch. So Lostin's made it in as well, which is absolutely awesome. Everyone, come in. Exclamation point play. Let's start. Remember, 50 bits or more to cause some shenanigans. 100 bits or more to cause shenanigans for 10 players at the same time. This is the chance to do so. Lostin, are you ready? Angry Lou, I think you're in. RMG DOS finally made it in, and he almost checkmated himself at the very last minute. Here we go. The race begins. RMG DOS is trying to work his way through. RMG DOS is trying to do something. We're watching this race getting through. And some people have thrown some bits in. 200 bits by Susie Q22, causing havoc in every way possible. And Don't Test the Production still surviving. But then McShiz got boosted. Sniper got thrusted. Ooh, Sniper, you got some action. And then you died. You died from your thrusting. That sounds exciting. Sniper died from his thrusting, which is absolutely fantastic news. He worked his way through. Mufflat, you just died. Unsub User just died. Benny Hills Ghost, you just died. Lostin, you just died. Q-Dog Blurkin just died. Broken Wolf, you just died. People are dying left, right, and center. No one knows what's going on. Let's see if we can find a finisher in this one. And the battle continues. And here we go. And we're watching them. As we're watching them do. Panaman is working his way. Panaman's trying to work his way through. Anyone's got that? Sniper got some ass ahead of me. Everyone's laughing now about this. This after stream self-care thing, I think, is going to go down a beat. And 100 did bits. And we got a hype train going on. Rage Starve sends us into the hype train with a frenzy. Hype train begins. Let's go. Let's go. And here we go. Panaman's working his way through. He's trying to do it. He's trying to work his way in. This is absolutely awesome in every way possible. And let's see how it works out and what we're trying to see. And here we go. Panaman's still in the lead. But then let's go to Sammy Stitch, who's trying to battle her way through and see what's happening. She's working her way in. Sammy Stitch and then Lady Patu, Wicked, Tacos, Chemtech is in there. Come on, guys. You need to get yourself through. You need to get past this roundabout. It's very difficult to get past all this. It's quite tough and quite battly. Let's see how it happens. Let's work its way through. And then Skeletor with 5 gifted. Thank you so much, Skeletor, for your absolute kindness. Sends us to the next level of the hype train. We keep going all the way through. But Vizzy just got a chance to win. But then, Fats Unicorn and Panaman are battling themselves through. Remember, this isn't a difficult finish. Is anyone going to get through that difficult finish? Rocker, KJ just died. KJ just died. Panaman, you're still in the lead. Chris said maybe just almost died. Fat Unicorn's there. Panaman's going to win this. Panaman looks like he's going to do this. Okay, look, a little bit of pace. You need a bit more pace. And it's got a thing, and you just jumped over it. You should not jump over it. You should go through the hole. Come on. Retro Fury looks like he's going to win this. And Fat Unicorn wins. Retro Fury jumps over. Fat Unicorn is the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, Fat Unicorn. Tavi Mosa second. Shong. Yeah, Shong is third. What a finish that is. So, Fat Unicorn, congratulations on winning a mug from stfcbriefings.com. What you got to do is exchange point Discord into the chat. Yeah, Visage, stay here. We're still going to keep going. We do 5 giveaways, Visage. We still got another 20 minutes to go, so a chance to do that. So, congratulations on that one. Fat Unicorn, DM me on Discord. I click on the right-hand side, exec producer Nigel. Click on my name. DM me. You won a mug. Congratulations. First mug giveaway. Here we go. We'll do a prediction for this one. So wait for it. Wait for it. Here we go. Exchange point play. Exchange point play. Don't miss out on winning a merchandise from the store. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Exchange point play. Exchange point play. Let's go. Don't miss out. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. And we keep it going. While the hype train goes, we keep going as well, which is, I think, is very, very important and keeps us getting there as well. Let's go. Yes? Yesy. Yes? Your name is. That's quite funny. Doesn't matter what your name is. Yes, absolutely correct with that one. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Exclamation point play. And get your predictions in. A chance to choose the correct prediction of how many finishers in the race. This is your chance to do so. So come on in, come on in. Do what you can and make it work in the best way possible. Here we go. Let's go. We got 2 minutes, 38 seconds left in this hype train. Another streak. Thank you for the 5 streak. Suzy Q22 kicks us up with 400 bits to get us into a massive frenzy. Suzy Q22 wants to cause incredible havoc. Jim PR, you made it in. Exclamation point play. Moose C, you made it in. Moose. Rage Starve, you made it in. And here we go. Let's see if we can keep it going. KJ is in here. Remember, if KJ wins, he will finally win a mug. Fuzzy Dribble. Suzy Q22 with another 100 bits as well. Thank you so much, Suzy Q22. Gets us incredibly close. 49 bits or 1 sub to go. And here we go. The race will begin. 9-8. We got 2 minutes left in the hype train, so plenty of time to get us there. And Suzy Q22 gets us there. Thank you, Suzy Q. Gets us past level 2. Let's see if we can beat that. Let's keep going in every way possible.
Warp 9 engaged.
Warp 9 engaged, here we go. Nay, never, you just got eyes. Captain says that maybe you just got there. And then someone dropped, and Crushin almost dropped into a winning position. But Candid Onion's flying in the air. Where's he gonna land? Candid Onion. You missed. This is awesome. LEOLZ, you almost got there. Cottontail, you just got boosted in every way possible. MJ Hat is trying to work his way through. MJ Hat's working in there. Hem Jadar, you just died. Hem Jadar, Cottontail, you just been swapped by Ali the Youngling. Yes, you are cursed, and MJ Hat is working his way, but MJ Hat looks like he's got this win in the bag. He's definitely going to get it. Visage, you keep dying. Visage, you need to win the race. You're not here to die in a race, so you have to wait for the next one now to win. Jesus, Visage, you've got a chance here. Cruzito comes in, throws 50 bits in, causes havoc because Cruzito's trying to make sure that KJ doesn't win. Then he's battling his way through. Kalkos Hemtet, Siridans is working in there. Kevin's is there, but MJ Hat, look at him. He's doing a little tactic here, MJ Hat, and no one knows what that is. But you can see him going through. He's just working his way in there. You can see Maflat in there, but there's MJ Hat. This is the tactic he's working. He knows it's an easy finish. He's just going to make it to the end. MJ Hat's got a chance here. Testing, 1, 2, 3, Pioneer Panda Pirate, he changed his name to. Oh my God. See what you did, Sniper? You called him a Pioneer. He changed his name to Pioneer Panda Pirate. And MJ Hat. MJ Hat's about to win. MJ Hat,
I need some merch. I need some merch.
MJ Hat wins a mug from
let me.
And congratulations, MJ Hat. You are the winner. And congratulations, MJ Hat. And the winner, PPP. Pioneer Panda Pirate is here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. And also, he finally spelled Panda Pirate correctly. The amount of finishers is. Ooh, it's getting 6. We're getting close. Red Run Ruby 7, 8. Hey, Ruby, you got to see her 10. 10 plus now, MJ Hat. We only have 10 plus as our lowest, right? So this is the chance.
That's our highest, yeah.
Yeah, so
there you go.
15, that's paid out. Well done. Congratulations for the winners on that one. That's absolutely awesome. What a battle that is. MJ Hat, you are the winner for a mug. You always need a good mug. You haven't had a mug actually from me, so that's good. You can have a mug. A mug is a good mug. So we can...
No, I had one, but I want a new one.
All right, cool. Yeah, you win a remote. Well, Exclamation Point Play, you can do that. You win 2, you can turn it to a t-shirt. You win 3, you can turn it into a jacket. So, and a hoodie. But all the mugs are available. Let's go. Exclamation Point Play, Exclamation Point Play. Let's go. 4 subs.
Of course, MJ Hat wins the second freaking mug before I win 1.
Well,
you're sorry, KJ.
You're due to win.
I have good RNG, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You're due to win one eventually in your life, so let's hope that will happen. X-Switch point play, X-Switch point play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on in, people, and you can choose some of the skins that are on the screen as well, so loads of great skins and stuff like that. We'll see how that goes. I need to actually make that screen a little bit smaller. So, oh, no, I can't do that. I'm stuck. Okay, come on in, come on in. X-Switch point play, X-Switch point play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, people. Let's throw any last people coming in. Let's X-Switch point play, X-Switch point play. Let's keep it going. We still got to keep it going for a little bit of a length of time. Let's go, let's go, let's go. X-Switch point play. Anyone else? Gary Sabers, you made it in. MJ Hat, you're in. X-Switch point play. A space. You need to put a space for. So X-Switch point play and then put the space there. Studio, DM me. You can do that again. Make sure you do X-Switch point play until you've joined at least to that. I'm about to press start. Here we go. 1 minute left on the hype train. And we need 4 subs. Oh, Skeletor gets us there. Thank you so much. 10 gifted by Skeletor. Sensato Frenzy, Aboldron, and Grusito made it in. Can they stop KJ from winning? That's the first battle that happens in there. Flossie's taking a huge...
Warp 9 engaged.
Warp 9 engaged. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Flossie, Aboldron, they're battling between each other. The duck thing and the bull thing are right facing each other. And the smashing with that one. Thank you very much, Savvy Mosa, for that. And the Aboldron, Lady Command, and Lady Command, you just died. I just watched you die. And then Flossie almost blasted herself into the lead. But that didn't happen. The tactic didn't work. Q-Dog Be Lurking and Jeff Games are battling themselves through. You got 4 minutes left on the hype train. Q-Dog Be Lurking keeps us going. Q-Dog, you've definitely got this win, Q-Dog. You've just got to get there. I mean, it is a tough finish, but oh no, Q-Dog, you hit the bubbles. Get down, Snicker, Dina Day, you just died. What a death that was. Or Partiquera, La Porcasila, or Dinanio, Dieonio, just died. What a sad thing. Roar, you're in the lead. Roar, you've taken a huge lead. Martok, you're there as well. Everyone's battling. Retro Fury, we can see her, but Roar is sort of battling ahead into this lead. But Roar, we just watched you die from a distance, which is quite interesting, and see how things happen with that. Tin Man Trek is way ahead. Look at Tin Man Trek taking a huge lead. He's like, all right, well, I'll just use the same, sort of dice as type tactic as Studio MD. You just died. The same type tactics as a Boldron, and see if I can win with that one. I mean, it's not rounded, but you're working your way around the corner. Look at this. But the finish is not easy. You've got to get past all these obstacles, which you have. Tin Man Trek has got a great win here. He's almost going to lost in me in a good way. Let's see if that happens. And we'll keep it going. Skeletor, thanks for your absolutely incredible content. Susie Q22 sent, 2 boosts as well. Thank you so much for your 100 bits that keeps us going. Tin Man Trek is... Why did you jump over it? You need to go through the thing, not over the thing. Oh my God, which is Lumzinga. Lumzinga's going to win. No, wait, Lumzinga misses. Everyone's missing. Why is everyone missing? Someone go through the hole. Oh my God, we have a winner. Wait a minute. I won. Ha 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 ha. Wait, do I get a mug? Am I allowed a mug? Wait, yeah, it's definitely rigged. Wait, it's got to be rigged if I win. Surely that can't be.
Nigel, if you want a mug, you can absolutely get yourself a mug, dude. I mean, you give away so many different pieces of merch. Do you not own your own merch yet, bruh?
I would like to not confirm or deny that question. I'll give it to Tacos Chemtech. Tacos, you are the winner for SFC Briefings mug. Is definitely.
Tacos Chemtech wins like every freaking week.
Tacos wins again. RMG DOS says MJ Hat is a Nigel shill. Oh my God, that was such a bad diss. I love that our balls almost match. Okay, that's a very weird sentence to say to a human being, Misha, but okay. You know your husband is there, by the way. You know, he's literally sat next to you. But that's amazing with that one. Tacos, you are the winner. Congratulations, my dad. A mug for Nigel loses every single week. Come on in, X-Switch Way play. Prediction started again. Let's get in there, people. Let's get in there. Let's keep it going as much as we can. It's absolutely awesome. X-Switch Point play, X-Switch Point play. We got 1 minute, 30 seconds left on the hype train with 4 subs to get us to the next level. There's 35% off as well, which is great. And 1.9k bits. So 4 subs, 1k 9k bits to finish this level. We're almost there with finishing a level 5. X-Switch Point play. Let's go, let's go, let's go, my lovely friends. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Here we go. Anyone else? Come on in, X-Switch Point play, and do your predictions. I'll give you time to do your prediction as well. Get your predictions in, and then it'll be a tactic to decide what you do with the predictions. I will show people the ending. Can I show people the ending? Yeah, it's it's a horizontal thingy. Okay, interesting. It's going to be interesting battle. See who wins this one. Come on in, people. Come on in. X-Fish Point Play. X-Fish Point Play. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. Miss out your chance to win a mug from STFCbriefings.com. 45 seconds left on the hype train to get us in there. Let's keep it going. Nicola Tazine, how you doing, my lovely friend? Oh, no, 100 bits. Everyone's just done it. 100 bits by Rage Drive, 100 bits by Rage Drive, 100 bits by Suzy Q22 keeps us going in that way. And here we go. I'm about to press start. There's 20 seconds left on the hype train with 4 subs and 1.6k bits. 4 subs, 1.6k bits. Anyone's going to get us there. Let's keep it going. Anyone? 4 subs. We can do one more. That'd be amazing. And the race begins. Let's see who's going to get up there. Explosions everywhere. 5 seconds left. 4 subs. Anyone's going to get us there. 5 seconds left. Anyone's going to get us there. Here we go. The battle continues. Gets us there. And that's the hype train finishing at the level 5. Oh, no. Skeletor, you missed it by inches. Thank you, Skeletor, for your 5 gifted, though. Thank you so much for that one. Thank you, Skeletor. It's really kind. Thank you. The 5 gifted means a lot. It keeps our, subscriber level going and keeps us within that median average that I'm trying to get to anyway. So thank you so much for your generosity and brilliance in every way possible. Remember, you can still throw bits to affect this race. We will at least do one more after this one. So let's keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. We won't be hitting there yet in any way possible. Let's go. Gary Sabers, keep going. Come on, Gary, you work your way through. A mug. Ormazod, you've got a chance here. LOLZ, remember there's some marble drops as well. Ad starts in 1 second. So if you're not subscribed, why aren't you? That'll be amazing to do. We've still got one more race to go at least. Because I missed a few from the last stream because I couldn't get marbles to work. And I actually decoded it myself, which I was quite proud of. I figured out a way around forcing it to start on a Mac. Moosey's in the lead. Oh my God, Moosey's got a chance. No, he hasn't. Daystros is going to win. Daystros is going to beat. And then KG's like, oh my God, how can Daystros win? Daystros going way ahead. Daystros is going to win this. Daystros, there's no way, Daystros, you're missing this. Daystros taking the lead. He bounces himself past the bomb. He works his way round the roundabout. It's a big snicket. Can you get round the snicket, Daystros? Big snicket. Nigel only does marbles to sharpen his auction wrangler skills for the job. Yeah, I wish. Can you imagine if I was an auction wrangler? I've never done that in my life. Daystros, you've got a chance here. Daystros, easy win here. You just got to go through the hole. No, Daystros, through the hole. You missed it. Ellie, the youngling missed. Moosey, you missed as well. Guys, you got to go through the hoop. Don't follow Daystros. I know Daystros a follower. Oh my God, don't everyone love Daystros? Can someone go through the damn ringing 10-pin? Ringing 10-pin, you are the winner of an STFCbriefings.com mug. Congratulations, my friend. That is amazing. Let's do one more prediction for this race, and we will do another marbles race with a huge giveaway as well. The amount of finishers on this one, MJ Hat. Well, we didn't do a prediction for this one, did we? Did we do a prediction for this one? I thought I saw one. No, we didn't. Here we go. And we finished with 7 finishers.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
7 finishers. 7 finishers, yes.
Okay.
Ringing 10-pin, you know what to do. X-Fish Point Discord. Join the Discord. Click on the right-hand side. Find me, Nigel, exec producer on the right-hand side. Click on my name, DM me, and choose any mug you like from stfcbriefings.com. There'll be new mug drops tomorrow as well. So if you wish to wait till tomorrow, there's some really good stuff as well that's coming out at the beginning of the week. So that is amazing. So we'll do one more prediction and a big race for all the goodies. Exclamation point play, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Thank you so much, Skeletor. It is absolutely incredible, Skeletor, for your generosity. I've seen it in the stream. Thank you so much, my friend. It means a lot. It means that you guys like what you see, and it means a lot. If anyone wishes to, Exclamation Point tip the streamer, be lovely. If you wish, Exclamation Point donate as well, or Exclamation Point charity, all available for you guys as well. And it's more that you can tip. Yeah, thank you so much for doing so. It would mean a lot. A little bit here and there. It helps support the stream. We try and keep it going. I was trying to explain to people how much the stream costs, with $100 giveaways each stream, 8 streams a month, $800. Right. And now, because of the change in percentage, we lose about $50 a month, which is not too bad. So that's okay. And then we give charity money. Thank you so much for ringing 10-pin. It means the world that you said that. That's absolutely amazing. I will give people more microscape as well for everybody. Come on in, people. Exclamation point play. I'm just waiting for the last bit of the ad to end, and then we'll give Pete that prediction again. Yes, we're doing another prediction again, please, MJ Hat. If you can do another prediction as well, let's get people their huge rewards for that one. We'll do one more prediction as well. Here we go. Prediction started. Thank you so much for doing that. Do you like my Billy Who pick up there from what The Rock says? I don't care what your name is. Queen Fanny! I'm so happy to see Queen Fanny back. Queen Fanny makes me happy. I'm glad you're back, Queen Fanny. Nice to see you here. It's amazing. We need 2 new players to sign up for the Microscape through Nigel's stream so he can do a drop festival. Oh, do we? Yeah, guys, if you can sign up to Microscape, that'd be amazing. I'd love to do a drop festival. I never get a chance to do a drop festival. Microscape available. So if you can, do me a favor.
Hey.
Yes?
Where's the line? Where?
Wait, what?
And that's the bottom line, because Cold Steve said so.
That's who it is.
Yeah, that's me.
Did that come through where I think it came through? I need to have a look at that. I'll have a look at it. It should be coming through in that way. Come on in, Microscape people. If you get a chance to join through Microscape, do me a favor. Start Microscape through this stream. Join Microscape. Is that how you do it? ! Microscape? It's not on the bot? No idea. I just do the Microscape thing. I don't know how it joins. It's all right. I don't need it, John Deere. It's one of those things. I'd love to have it, but it doesn't do that. Have we done the prediction? Right, okay, let's start the race and keep us going. Here we go. The race about to begin. Last people in. Point play. You have to program it. Okay, fair enough. Well, I lose then. Let me lose. It's here we go. Point play. Let's go. Here we go. Let's follow my draw and everything. People are battling in there. Let's see how it is. Yeah. Claim your Microscape. Once I program it, I don't even know how to program it because no one will show me. So I'll just figure it out myself eventually, and we'll do so. And I'll figure it out. But yeah, I have no idea what to do. Come on in, people. If you can get a chance here, let's see where the race begins. Here we go. Remember, 50 bits or more to cause a bit of havoc. 100 bits or more to cause even more havoc in the stream, and keep that race going. Let's see. Is Ultra coming up yet? Is he? Yes, he is. Brilliant. That's great.
Ultra is online.
Thank God. Okay. Just like that's amazing. Well done, Ultra. I might delay the stream by 15 minutes to give myself breathing space. Let's go. Point play. We're there as we're winning. Look at these play happening right now. MJ Hate, Umsay's user, and John Drell are all battling each other. John Drell's working his way through. MJ Hat and John Drell are battling between each other. MJ Hat is trying to turn his to either a double mug or a t-shirt. He's got a chance to win this, which would be amazing. And that'll be also Sun Freelancer with 100 bits and sends himself 2 boosts. Gives himself a boost. He's trying to attack a few people. MJ Hat is slowing everyone down because his hat is massive. And does that. Albatron got no gravity, so he's probably going to die. But John Drell takes the lead. He gets past a massive hat of MJ Hat. He works his way through. John Drell working his way. Here we go. John Drell working his way through. Captain Palmer as well. You just died a death beyond anything. John Drell, Devil's Dock, Tin Man Eck is just working his way. John Drell's got a chance here to win it. John Drell's going to make it. John Drell, it's an easy win as well. You just got to get to the end. The Devil Dock 19's got a chance as well. And, oh, wow, that explosion was devastating, but John Drell is still alive. Can you believe it that John Drell is still alive? This is absolutely amazing. But Nutsa just landed in there. Nutsa landed in the lead. Nutsa, you're about to win. This is unbelievable. Ringing Tenpin is right behind. If you miss this, Ringing Tenpin will double up and turn into a t-shirt. Nutsa, you're rimming and you're in. Nutsa wins. Nutsa win. Ringing Tenpin, you almost got second place. You did. Ringing Tenpin, you need to buy a lottery ticket because that win was amazing. Let's check out the predictions that have happened from this one. Wow, it's over 10 people have finished MJ Hat, so someone's going to win unbelievably big in every way possible. Well done, everybody. What an absolutely brilliant stream. What a great discussion. What passion, what drive, what amazingness as we wait for all these marbles to die so that my mouse can be released. Not to say you are the winner, and absolutely congratulations on that one. You know what to do. Find me, Nigel, first type !point Discord. Find me, Nigel, on the right-hand side. Click on my name. Click on the fact that you want a mug, and we will be going. Now, I want to give Ultra a big raid. So, if you're on a mobile, put it on big screen because the mobile raid doesn't work, right? But if you're not on a mobile, stay with me here. I want to send him a monstrous raid. And guys, do me a favor, lurk on his stream. I want him to hold. He is so close to getting partner. We want to get him there, and that's really important as well. And remember, After that one, you've got MJ Hat on open mic night as well. So let's keep the streak going. And if you stay with Ultra, the automatic raid will send you there, hopefully. And then you guys will all be STFC all day, all night, and every time. And remember, we love this community, we love this game, and we all love you. Till the next episode, potentially on Tuesday, maybe on Thursday. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care and goodbye.